way for us to kick off our live coverage of the NBC.
He also does the seventh-inning stretch, doesn't he, Stevie?
He has been known to come down and do take me out to the ball game as well.
Great official score, has been doing it for a long time. Doesn't he come from Michigan?
He does.
Yes.
He's actually a teacher in Michigan, and so this works out well for him scheduling-wise. He can get away.
All bad. He's probably a Michigan Wolverine fan and everything else. Probably a good guy all around.
Kevin Jinks was talking, I know, on your radio show last week about how what a valuable part of this operation he is, because he's been doing it for so long, and that's not an easy job.
That's what Kevin said. Kevin said he does the little things that you don't have to ask, that he just knows needs to be done. And Kevin, doesn't have to micromanage that part of the aspect of this tournament.
Yeah. Right now they're introducing some of the board members for the NBC World Series down on the field. The 7 o'clock game also has a lot of festivities beforehand. Again, that's the feature game, and so anytime they want to recognize special folks or have a moment where they give special recognition, it's before the 7 o'clock game, and so that's taking place right now. So a little more pomp and circumstance around the 7 o'clock games each night here at the World Series, but all of it makes for the fun atmosphere we have on a night like tonight, Scott.
Yeah, it is, Steve. It brings me back to when I used to go to Old Crosley Field with my grandpa. The
Honor guard making their way up the first baseline.
Ladies and gentlemen, to perform our national anthem tonight, please welcome back to Wichita, NBC Hall of Famer, Mike Dean.
Colors will now leave the field over on the right field line. Scott, it doesn't get much better than that with the national anthem like that.
I was looking around, and what a patriotic scene. What's neat about this, there's no protesting. There's nothing going on. People here just have a great time, experience the American pastime of baseball. And we're all united here tonight and just want to see great baseball. You heard the wind coming through the microphone, the field mic, and the wind's starting to pick up a little bit, getting a little cloudy up to the north side. Storms supposed to move in later tonight and end by early tomorrow morning. But, it's going to take a poke to get out of the Lawrence Dumont tonight with the wind blowing in as much as it is.
Yeah, unusual for it to be coming out of the east as well.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll take another timeout. First pitch in a moment. The Woodrow Beejays and the 316 Elite exclusive coverage of the 84th NBC World Series. First pitch coming up next. And of their entire roster that we're going to have here on the field tonight, only 2 of them have high school eligibility left. All of the rest of them just wrapped up their senior year of high school this past school year. So they're mostly freshmen to be. All of them, in fact, are in college, with the exception of 2 who are seniors in high school to be. This is a great experience for them as well to get a chance to play college baseball players, and some who have even finished their college careers but still hang around and play a little baseball in the NBC. So here we go. Jonathan Tapia will step in, a right-handed batter for Liberal on a gorgeous night for baseball. Third game about to be underway. The right-handed batter is in, and towing the rubber is Hayden O'Toole for the 316 Elite. First pitch is in, off speed, in tight for a ball, 1-0, and we're underway at 7:22 Central Time with a game time temperature of 87 degrees. 1 ball and no strikes to Tapia. O'Toole is ready, and he delivers, and this one misses away, and 2 balls and no strikes. Liberal is wearing their powder blue jerseys with red sleeves and white pants. They've also got red batting helmets. The 2-0 pitch. And that one feathered across nicely at 82 miles an hour. It's a strike, and it's now 2-1. The 316 Elite wearing dark blue jerseys, navy blue with white pants and white caps. It's a white front of the cap with blue on the back. The pitch is down low, and the count's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Leadoff batter of the game here in the top of the first inning.
The wonderful one bounce Mayor just popped in here, and did you throw him a change-up, Mayor? Is that what happened?
There's ball 4. Down to first base goes Tapia.
They said keep it low, but I'm pretty sure that it was a strike on 1 hop.
A strike on a hop, okay. So it was in the zone just after.
It was dead. It went right over the point of the plate.
Dane Simon steps in now for Liberal. Runner at first, nobody out. Top of the first inning of a scoreless game, and O'Toole will work from the stretch, and the righty delivers, and the pitch is up high for a ball. Well, I know that you had warmed up extensively. Is that kind of how you planned it, was to bounce it in?
Well, that was my game plan.
Okay, all right.
That was my game plan.
Throw over to first, back diving in is
Tapia.
Tapia.
Enjoy.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor Jeff Longwell, who threw out the ceremonial first pitch moments ago, joining us here in the top of the first inning. Scoreless game, runner at first. Liberal, the visiting team, batting first against the local Wichita kids, the 316 Elite. And another throw back over to first base.
He's got a pretty good move to first base and keeping him close, but I'm telling you right now, Liberal wants to run early and get some advantage and get these youngsters down.
Tapia, you would presume, with good speed, leadoff hitter, second baseman. Pitch swung on and fouled off the mask of the catcher Bryce Nittler, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Hayden O'Toole is from Arkansas City. He is only 150 pounds, Scott. He's 6 feet, but just 150.
Well, that tells me he's probably got a lot of speed, and that's why he's batting up in the number 2 spot in the lineup.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. The runner was moving on that pitch. It was a hit and run.
Defensive swing there to protect the runner, but it almost like threw him an off-speed pitch, Stevie, and I think the base would have been stolen easily. But now back to first base. Beautiful night here in downtown Wichita. We haven't even talked about this, Stevie. What a backdrop this stadium has.
The skyline of Wichita, no doubt about it. O'Toole through the stretch, checks the runner at first. The count's 1-2, and another throw over, and back diving in at first base is Tapia.
What the first base coach is letting him know that every throw's been a little high, so try to get another step, get an advantage to get that secondary lead. And he gets one right now.
O'Toole stretches, a couple looks over his shoulder. The throw is home, and this one is yanked foul just outside the bag at third.
Another changeup, just ahead a little bit. As you said, yanked it down past the third base line. Foul.
1 ball and 2 strikes, the count. Ray Beatty is the coach for the 316 Elite. His assistants are Paul Sanagorski and Jim Johnson. Bill Clay, the manager for Liberal. Eric Olmstead is his assistant. The 1-2 swung on and missed, strike 3, and down goes Simon And how about that? The high schooler, or at least he was as of a couple of months ago, O'Toole, gets Simon swinging, and there's one away.
Big out right there, number 2 batter. And, you know, I was really surprised they didn't put the leadoff hitter in motion with that count. But now you got a lefty up, almost a sure thing, Stevie, for a stolen base here. Blinds the catcher, so the catcher can't see the runner take off right away.
Third baseman Tom Lichty steps in, a left-handed batter. So this will be our first righty-lefty matchup. Hit and run again. Pitch swung on and fouled. And that's up near the party pavilion on the third base side. It bangs off the facade of the party deck, and it's 0-1 to Lichty.
Great things going on. You can come tonight, sit on the party deck. It's a $20 ticket. You get 3 drink tickets with that and something to eat, and just bring some friends out and hang out at one of the party pavilion picnic tables and just have a great night with some cocktails.
Kind of like to set up our equipment out there for that kind of deal.
Absolutely. Well, we'd sound like Harry Carey by the 7th inning. Shannon would have to take us home.
Pitch high and away for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Lichty, the third baseman for Liberal. He is from Reno, Nevada.
There you go.
And he is actually attending the University of Kansas, where he is a sophomore. Off-speed pitch breaking into the left-handed batter, and Lichty chops it over to the first base dugout. Occupied, by the way, by his team. Liberal is in the first base dugout here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. The 316 Elite are on the third base side.
O'Toole, the pitcher, is doing a great job of keeping Liberal off balance. You see, that's another defensive swing with the changeup. Gets him way out front, and they're really lunging and fouling things off. Oh, had him leaning. Good move.
O'Toole throwing to first again. He's got a very close eye on Tapia. The only time Tapia has broken to second so far is 2 times when the hit and run was on, but both times the pitch was fouled and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. O'Toole stretches again. There goes the runner again, and this time it is a steal. Strike is called, but Tapia, no throw to second. He's got the stolen base.
That changeup is just fooling. That's another changeup off-speed pitch. O'Toole's really in the groove early with his off-speed stuff, keeping Liberal off balance. 2 outs in the inning.
That's back-to-back strikeouts for O'Toole, and nobody's at third base. Runner breaking for third. The throw bounces in, and Tapia is safe.
Yeah, the third baseman was looking over at the dugout, trying to get a play called, and the heads-up runner did a great job, and bang play at third, knocked the ball out of the glove, and was safe on the steal. Now a pass ball will get a run in for Liberal here with 2 outs.
Andrew Brotman, the third baseman, very deep behind the bag, and Tapia alertly broke for third. The pitch now to Brett Vosick is high and away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
I know it doesn't mean much, but it does change the factor of how you pitch with a guy on second compared to a guy on third. You can't throw the all-speed stuff as much because it can get in the dirt and get by you, and that allows the run to score.
1 ball and 1 strike to Vosick. Runner breaking up third a few steps is Tapia trying to distract O'Toole, the pitcher. And here comes the 1-1. Just missed outside. And the count is now 2 balls and a strike.
Big lead by the Tapia on third base, who's getting a huge lead. It'd be great if he could have a pitch out and throw back down to third and get him.
Curve in there for a strike. Boy, he's really got the off-speed stuff working right now. Yeah. Those breaking pitches feathering in there nicely.
2 straight across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Scoreless game, top of the first. O'Toole trying to strike out the side, the 2-2, and he did it. Pitch swung on and missed, strike 3, and down goes Vosick. And Hayden O'Toole of the 316 Elite just struck out the side and did it in order after issuing a leadoff walk. So after half an inning, Liberal nothing. The 316 Elite coming up. You're listening to the 84th in.
The city's not just built. It's grown to the needs of people. You make the infrastructure, the muscle, bone, and circulation so natural to the body of the city that you almost forget they're even there.
After 44 years as Shire Signs, Park City's Shire Signs is now Shire Graphics, with the highest quality of big truck and fleet logos, as well as vinyl decals and other vehicle graphics.
15 seconds, 15 seconds.
Items, and now is leading the area in digitally printed vehicle wraps. Superior quality digital vehicle graphics from Shire Graphics. Our niche is your need in vehicle graphics. From single vehicle to fleet, Shire Graphics at shiregraphics.com.
Mike. Mike.
Well, after a bit of a shaky start for Hayden O'Toole, the pitcher for the 316 Elite, he issued a leadoff walk to Jonathan Tapia. He went strikeout, strikeout, strikeout after that. So Liberal held in check in the top of the first inning, and now the 316 Elite will get their chance at Zach Zeller, who's a tall, and I mean very tall, right-handed pitcher who is getting some warm-up pitches in from the stretch. We've got a lot of great sponsors who have jumped on board this year for our NBC World Series coverage, and one of them is Champs Sports Bar and Grill on South Seneca, just south of Kellogg on Seneca. And in the 7th inning, we're going to have a Champs giveaway.
Nice.
They're going to give away a free hamburger, French fry, and drink meal to the first caller in the 7th inning. But wait, we'll call for it when the time comes. Blake Freeman steps in for the 316 Elite, and the first offering from Zeller, high and away on an off-speed pitch, 1 ball and no strikes to Freeman, a left-handed batter.
Zeller, an intimidating figure on the top of that mound, man. He get long strides, throwing in the mid-80s right now.
And he delivers another ball, 2 balls and no strikes. He's 6 feet 7 inches tall, 180 pounds. He's from Katy, Texas, down near Houston.
Scouts are licking their chops with him, Stevie. Man, as many scouts are here tonight.
2-0 pitch, high and away for a ball, and it's 3-0. He's attending the University of Texas, San Antonio, as are some of his Liberal BJ teammates. And that one inside, and it hit Freeman down on the leg.
That hurt. I think it caught the inside of his ankle. That's bone on bone right there. That had to hurt a little bit.
And Freeman slowly walking that one off. So perhaps some early nerves, Scott. We saw a walk issued by O'Toole to the leadoff batter in the top of the first inning. And here, Blake Freeman gets hit by a pitch from Zach Zeller.
Yeah, and now let's see if 316 Elite tries to get a runner in motion and gets things moving here. Obviously, allowing him to run off. That's going to sting a little bit. That'll leave a mark. When you're 6'7", and you're throwing 88, 90 mile an hour, and you catch one off the ankle bone, that's not nice. That hurts.
So Cade Gonzalez will step in. He's one of a handful of 316 Elite players that's from Arc City. So he's in from the right side, playing not too terribly far from home here in this great venue. And first pitch swinging, he fouls one back over the backstop up near the press box, 0-1. Scoreless game, bottom of the first inning. Liberal and the 316 Elite. And this, the 84th NBC World Series, the first day of it. 2 games already in the books. San Antonio's knocked off Denver 10-7, and the Derby Twins knocked off the Northwest Arizona Boom 5-2.
Nice.
A bunt up the third base line, but that's going to spin foul. He popped it up, and it had some English on it and trickled foul.
You know what? I like the way they're trying to put. They're wanting to give these kids some momentum. They're young kids, 18 and under. Playing against college veterans, and these, you can see it early on that 316 is not intimidated by Liberal, who's won numerous championships here.
And a staple in this World Series, you see them here almost every single year. Stretching is Zeller, and the pitch swung on and fouled back out of play. That was a fastball at 87 miles an hour. Towering fly ball foul over the first base dugout. No balls and 2 strikes, the count to Cade Gonzalez. Zeller stretches again, delivers home. Breaking ball lifted, right side, shallow right field. Moving over is the right fielder Vosick, and near the line, he'll make the catch. And there's one away. Let's set the defense for the 316 Elite, for the Liberal BJs. Dylan Paul is at first base. Jonathan Tapia is at second. R.J. Pearson, the shortstop. Tom Lichty is at third. The outfield from left to right, Dane Simon, Clint Allen, and Brett Vosick, who just made that play in right. Garen Johnson is the catcher, and Zach Zeller, the tall right-handed pitcher who always works from the stretch. He is now with a runner on, but even to the leadoff batter, he was working from the stretch. First pitch to Corbin Lill, high away for a ball, 1-0. Another fastball, this one at 85.
And not getting ahead of hitters. He's behind every hitter so far, so that's not a good sign if you're a pitcher. You want to get ahead and let the batter guess.
Zeller delivers. Pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen. A lot of fastballs, another one, that one at 88 miles an hour. This past season at UTSA, Zach Zeller had an earned run average of 5.28 in just 15 innings of work. So he did not get a lot of work. No record. He did have 1 start on the year. Pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play.
Nice catch by a fan, apparently. Zeller in 15 and a third innings gave up 17 hits this past season. He walked 8, struck out 15. Opponents hit 283 against him. For the UTSA, the University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. Fastball, strike 3 called. Outside half, and
nice
down
pitch.
goes Lil.
Nice pitch.
So, kind of like what we saw with O'Toole on the top of the first inning, Blake Freeman may have settled in the last couple of batters.
I think so. After hitting that first batter, I think he has settled in a little bit. You know, you come to a big ballpark like this, you know there's a lot on the line, and you're a team that has a lot of history of going deep in this tournament. It's you know, a lot of pressure on you.
So Andrew Brotman steps in, right-handed batter with a runner at first, 2 outs. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless game, Liberal and the 316 Elite. And the pitch to Brotman, a big swing and a miss.
Swung right through that fastball.
And Scott, we just have seen almost exclusively fastballs from Zeller. That was another one at 87 miles an hour. Jonathan Tapia, Zeller's second baseman, is also a member of the UTSA Roadrunners, and another hit batsman. This one comes in tight and hits Brotman on the backside, and he's not too happy about that.
No.
Tosses the bat away, shakes his head in frustration. He'll head down to first base as well.
That was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball right off the left hip. And 2 hits batsmen now in this inning, and that puts runners on first and second with 2 outs. And number 4 hitter up.
Well, Liberal threatened with Jonathan Tapia finishing the inning at third base, but he wasn't able to be brought home here. The 316 Elite with 2 outs. They've got runners at first and second for Micah Grover now, who takes a fastball away. 1 ball and no strikes.
Actually, Grover batting 5th, big first baseman. Good sized kid. Right-handed hitter.
He's from Cheney. Through the stretch goes Zeller. And another fastball home, called a strike. And the count is now 1 ball and 1 strike to Micah Grover. Blake Freeman led off the inning by getting hit by a pitch. He's at second. 3 batters later, Andrew Brotman also hit by a pitch, and he is over at first. Fastball outside, 2 balls and a strike, the count to Grover.
You know, Steve, everything's been tailing away from the hitters, if you've seen that, unless they've hit him right in the pocket. But this batter alone, especially, I don't know if he's pitching away on purpose, trying to stay away from his power, but all 3 pitches so far have been outside.
The second baseman, Tapia, bluffing a move towards second to guard the bag. The pitch, though, is home. And a swing and a miss by Grover. And Scott, another one outside, but missed by Grover, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, Zeller is not really messing around with these guys, Steve. Nothing but fastballs early in this first inning.
Through this stretch, nobody again holding the runners on. The pitch is home, and it's down low. Didn't miss by much. That one dropped down to 84 miles an hour, and it's 3-2.
Runners will be moving here. 2 outs, 2 runners on, full count to Grover.
So Freeman has lead at second, Brotman over at first. Zeller will stretch, and there they go. Here's the pitch, lifted center field, but almost right at Clint Allen. He's there, he's got it, side retired. So 2 hit batsmen, but the 316 Elite strand them at first and second, and we've played one. The 316 Elite nothing, and the Liberal Beejays nothing. You're listening to the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker KQAM.
What are you looking for?
Mount up, take off, and chase the sun. Experience more of what makes Kansas great. And let K-Tag help you get there. 236 miles of road, endless destinations of wonder. Start your adventure with K-Tag. Get your free K-Tag at myktag.com.
It's the dog days of summer, and Jewelry Savers invite you to cool off with some ice. Not that kind of ice. We're talking diamonds and gold, silver, precious stones, rings, bracelets, earrings, and more at 30 to 60% off. Save big for Christmas.
15 seconds.
You will be in the store with puppies to adopt. The Dog Days of Summer Sale through July 31st at Jewelry Savers by Cabela's at Greenwich and K96.
Got the running clock.
Jack Crowell will lead off for Liberal here in the top of the second inning of a scoreless game. the number 5 hitter in the Liberal lineup, looks at the first offering from Hayden O'Toole. It's a breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-1. Crowell, then Clint Allen and Dylan Paul. 5, 6, and 7 for the Beejays, and a scoreless top of the second. Right-handed batter looking at the righty Hayden O'Toole through the windup, and O'Toole delivers, and this one swung on, bouncing ball out to second on a couple of hops. Pearson is there. He'll fire to first in time for a 4-3 putout, and there's one away.
You know, Steve, we were told by a lot of insiders that this could be a run rule game tonight, and so far it seems like 316 has come to play, and Liberal may be playing a little tight right now.
You know, I remember last year 316 started off a little shaky, and then all of a sudden they started to get some confidence and find their rhythm as well. Clint Allen first pitch swings and sends one pretty well struck to center field. It back into his right is Corbin Lill. He'll track it down, and 2 very quick outs for the BJs here in the top of the second inning.
If you're the pitching coach for 316 Elite, you love that. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Pitchers throwing strikes, defense is playing defense.
Well, that's one of the keys to making it through this tournament, especially when you've got to play into the championship round next week. It's a survival of the fittest in terms of pitching. A battle of attrition. Who's got the most pitching depth? And one of the things that can help you as a staff is to have a starter that minimizes his pitches night in and night out. First pitch to Dylan Paul, in there for a strike, 0-1.
Nothing fancy, just 83 miles an hour right down the middle. There's the breaking pitch, back at 72.
Up high and away, 1 ball and 1 strike to Paul. Paul is a left-handed hitter. And O'Toole delivers a fastball outside. That one at 83, 2 balls and a strike.
O'Toole working very quickly. You know, there's a pitch count. You got to pitch it within 20 seconds, and he gets it rid of in about 6-7 seconds. Doesn't mess around up on the mound.
Pitch down and in, and the count's 3-1. Dylan Paul from Allen, Texas. He is attending the University of Texas Arlington, where he is a junior. 3 balls and a strike. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Fastball away, ball 4, and Paul down to first base. So that ends a string of 5 straight retired by Hayden O'Toole. The first 3 of those 5 in a row were all strikeout victims back in the first inning. But here, a 2-out walk to Dylan Paul.
O'Toole throws 2 pitches and gets 2 outs, and then lets a batter get away from him a little bit. Walks one with 2 outs. Left-handed batter coming up, so base opportunities to steal right here with 2 outs.
Gavin Johnson is the batter. Takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. We want to thank Midwest Kia and Davis Liquor for helping bring you NBC Baseball this year. We've got a lot of great sponsors that have jumped on board. Those are 2 of them, and we appreciate their sponsorship. Runner going, pitch high and away. The throw down to second bounces in. That'll be a stolen base for Dylan Paul. And for the second inning in a row, a stolen base for Liberal puts a runner at second base.
Got a great jump on that. Pitcher O'Toole did not really even look over and keep the runner close, and he got a running start on that. Stole it easily with 2 outs.
The pitch was essentially a pitch out, up high and away. 316 perhaps anticipating the steal, but thrown out in time. 1-1. Breaking ball, beautiful. In there, a strike. It's 1-2.
That all-speed pitch, Steve, we talked about the first innings, really working well for O'Toole. We'll see if he comes back and tries to fool him, catch something on the outside here with the breaking pitch.
O'Toole stretches, checks the runner at second, delivers. This one is ripped to right field, but right at the right fielder, Cox, who reaches up above his left shoulder and makes the catch. Johnson hit that one on the screws, but to the wrong place for the BJs. So no runs, no hits or runners. Stranded at second after a walk, and after 1.5, Liberal nothing, 316 Elite nothing. This is the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker, KQAM.
If we really put everything in our name that we do, it would look like this. Professional mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structural, telecommunications, civil, transportation, aviation, water, wastewater, energy, land development, planning, field services, survey, geotechnical, materials testing, inspection, 3D scanning, air and water balance, engineering consultants.
It's coming on. Sorry. Huh? I'm texting him.
Leading up for 316Elite, second baseman number 1, Caden Pearson.
Okay. Caden Pearson to lead off the bottom of the second inning for the 316Elite in a scoreless game. And Pearson takes one in tight for a ball. Now Pearson stepped into the batter's box, but Zach Zeller was not ready to deliver, and the 90-second clock between innings went off. It expired, meaning that's a ball to the batter. So it's already 2-0, and now 3-0 as this one comes outside. The pitcher has to deliver when that 90-second clock, by the time it expires between innings, or you're issued a ball to help keep the speed of play up, and there's ball 4.
4 straight pitches, 4 straight high ball, well, 3 pitches.
Yeah.
He got the gift ball, as you said, not being the first pitch thrown home in the 90. I like the 90-second clock, though.
And it also can work against the offense.
Yes,
if the batter's not in the box ready to go when that clock expires, then it's an automatic strike. So you got to be on your toes. So Caden Pearson, a leadoff walk, is at first base. Scoreless, bottom of the second inning. Liberal on the 316Elite, and a bunt here by Cameron Cox. Foul up the first baseline, and for the second straight inning, Scott, the 316Elite trying to play some small ball again.
Yes, and I like it. I really do. But I'm under the impression that they feel like they can steal on this team, Liberal, as well, because let's be honest about this. Zach Zeller, 6'7", has a long stride to home plate, and has been very inaccurate at throwing the pitches to the plate as well. Therefore, you should be able to steal off him if you read him right and get a good jump.
I could kind of tell by the sound of that bunt that it broke the bat,
Yeah.
and indeed, Cox had to go back and get a new piece of lumber.
You know, using wood bats in this tournament. Major League Baseball sends a bunch of bats here for this tournament, and it's kind of a nice deal here.
These guys played with the wooden bats all summer long in their collegiate summer league, although it's probably something new for the 316Elite, who play with aluminum bats in high school. Pitch delivered. Cox takes a strike, 0-2.
I talked to a coach earlier today. He says that teams that use aluminum bats and go to wood bats lose almost 60 percentage points off the average.
Wow.
So if you're hitting 320, you're hitting 260 with a wood bat because you don't get those flare hits.
Breaking ball swung on and missed by Cox. Fooled badly on that breaking ball by Zeller. Not many curveballs we've seen, but that one effective, and there's one away. So that'll bring up the catcher, Bryce Nittler. Runner at first. One out, bottom of the second inning. Liberal on the 316Elite, scoreless from the gorgeous Lawrence Dumont Stadium view we've got perched above home plate. Looking at the skyline of downtown Wichita as we approach 8 o'clock on a Friday night. There goes the runner. Pitch swung on and missed. Throw down to second, gets into center field. That'll be a stolen base for Caden Pearson, who's on at second now.
That's what I talked about earlier. I thought they could be able to steal on the Zeller has such a long delivery to a home plate, and it was a bad pitch to handle down low. Catcher had to move to his left a little bit to get the ball. And time he got it down, there was a one hopper, and the shortstop could not knock it down in a stolen base for the 316Elite.
Already the third stolen base in the game, 2 by Liberal. That the first for the Elite as the pitch comes down and away to Nittler. And the count's 1-1 strike to him. He is the catcher for the 316Elite. Colton Richardson is on deck as the designated hitter, and he's the 9th batter in their order. So a runner at second with one away. Zeller stretches, fires home, and that one is close. Trying to work a strike on the outside part at the knees. That one just barely missed. It's 2-1.
Just a little low. Catcher even kind of gave the umpire a look back there like, man.
Zach Zeller was an outstanding pitcher in high school at Cinco Ranch High School in Texas as he delivers a fastball for a strike, 2-2. He was an all-district member his senior year. And Scott, his earned run average at Cinco Ranch High School in Katy, Texas, his senior year a couple years ago, 1.11 in 44 innings.
That's pretty impressive.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Zeller stretches, checks the runner at second. Nobody holding him on. The pitch, breaking ball close, but down for a ball.
Nittler keeping an eye on that one, holds his swing back, the catcher for 316Elite. Full count on him. 3-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. No score against Liberal and 316 Elite.
Zeller will stretch, fires home, down and away, ball 4, and that's a walk. So he's seen 3 batters in the inning, has Zeller, and 2 of them have walked. And now 316 Elite with first and second, 1 out for the designated hitter, Colton Richardson.
Now, a designated hitter, okay, you got the top of the order coming up next. You got guys in first and second, Steve. Early in the game, to prevent a double play, third baseman playing back deep, you try to lay one down here?
Well, the runner's going to go to third on a steal. The throw is home, now to third, and safe stealing third is Caden Pearson.
Coach, third base coach, the head coach, is not happy. It was a double steal, and the guy on first did not go. So you're still in a double play situation. The third base coach is not happy at all.
And that's Ray Beatty, the coach for 316 Elite. He's got his hands on his hips asking Bryce Nittler over at first why he didn't go as well. Double play still a possibility is part of the problem now.
There
and
it
it may
is.
be what we have. A grounder to short, to second for 1. Over to first, a double play. That will add to the frustration of Beatty, whose team grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. And he's looking back at Bryce Nittler right now and telling him he should have been at second base. So a double play brings the inning to an end. After 2, Liberal nothing, 316 Elite nothing. This is the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker KQAM.
Champs Bar.
Kansas Gas Service delivers natural gas to many of the companies you know, ensuring they have the energy they need to grow and build strong communities, providing cost-effective, safe, and reliable natural gas for a better tomorrow today. Kansas Gas Service.
Bar and Grill, your home for all sports.
Summertime, and the kids are home wreaking havoc on the house. Sweet little mess makers, but I just can't keep up. It's enough to keep it picked up. No time for deep cleaning. That's why I have the
20 seconds, Steve, 20 seconds.
My family, for me, and my house is cleaned by professionals. Go to themaidswichita.com and tour their 22-step Healthy Touch system. Then call the
Thank you,
Maids
sir.
for a free estimate at 832-9058.
I've got better things to do.
832-9058.
Hot mic.
Scoreless game, top of the third inning. Liberal and the 316 Elite. In the first day of pool play of the 84th NBC World Series on a beautiful night for baseball in Wichita. The lights are on here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Cloudy, overcast above. The threat for rain doesn't come till much later in the evening, but you can see the cloudy skies. But it's helped cool things off at 85 degrees. Swing and a miss to R.J. Pearson from Hayden O'Toole. At an 82-mile-an-hour pitch, and it's 0-1 to Pearson. Pearson's the number 9 hitter for Liberal, then back to the top of the order with Jonathan Tapia and Dane Simon after that, as a fastball comes inside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
R.J. Pearson just looks one of those guys. He looks like a baseball player. Got the gloves on, the protector. Looks like he can make something happen if he gets on base.
O'Toole took something off that, but the pitch misses down low, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Pearson. Pearson from Moultrie, Georgia, attending Oral Roberts. Takes a strike, and it's 2-2.
O'Toole with another breaking pitch, Steve, at 70 miles an hour. You know, these the Liberal team, they're probably used to the heat playing out in Liberal all summer, don't you think?
Oh, there's no question about it. Pitch inside for a ball, 3-2. You can say that for both teams for that matter, but,
Yep.
but yeah, they certainly are. Full count. Here comes the pitch to Pearson. Swung on and a slicer foul over the first base coach's box, and the count remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's a symmetrical ballpark here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. 330 down the lines, 385 to the power alleys, and 400 feet to straightaway center field as this one is swung on and fouled back to the screen. And for those of you that aren't aware, it is also an all-turf field with the exception of the pitcher's mound. The infield, where you would think it's dirt, is actually brown turf, light brown turf. And, of course, the infield turf is green. Pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. Turf in the outfield, and even the warning track here is AstroTurf. So only the mound is actually real dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes, full count to Pearson. Here comes the pitch. Took something off inside, ball 4. Looked like a change up at about 70 miles an hour, but O'Toole missed in tight. There's a walk. And Scott, we've already seen from both of these teams a few hit batsmen, a few walks. No base hits yet as we're in the top of the 3rd inning, but several base runners and scoring opportunities for these two teams.
You're exactly right. Due to stolen bases and walks and hit batters, like you said, we've had people in scoring position. A mistake this spot last inning by 316Elite could have got a run in to get the lead in the ball game.
Jonathan Tapia in now, takes an off-speed pitch just outside, maybe a dash low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. That was a breaking ball at 67 miles an hour. So.
I said R.J. Pearson looks like a baseball player. Let's see. I think he could be one of these guys you might see running here.
Got a decent-sized lead, increases it. Bunting is Tapia, but chops it foul at the plate and up toward the first base side. 1-1. In straightaway center field here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium, you see a red fence. It's a solid wall, probably about 8 or 10 feet high. And then a big green batter's eye is behind it. But most of the fence here is chain link with some padding on the top and across the middle.
Runner going.
Lifted over in the first base side foul. Grover going over into foul ground, so he'll make the catch, and Pearson has to retreat to first base. On a pop-up for Tapia, he'll fly out F3 for out number 1.
Runner was moving, Steve.
Another hit and run.
Yeah.
We've seen that quite a few times already. So here's Dane Simon now, who struck out back in the first inning, 0 for 1. He started a string of 3 straight strikeouts back in the first, issued by Hayden O'Toole. So O'Toole struck out the side in the first after issuing a leadoff walk.
Nice changeup again, 69 miles an hour.
And it catches the inside paint. 1 ball and no balls and 1 strike to Simon. Simon's from Destrehan, Louisiana, attending Nicholls State, which is also in Louisiana. He's a sophomore. Throw over to first, and back diving in is R.J. Pearson. Temperature steadily dropping. We saw it start at about 87 miles an hour, and we're averaging, Scott, about a degree per inning because it's down to 84, and we're in the 3rd.
That cold front, that means the rain's coming sometime tonight, moving a little bit.
It also means by the time the game ends, if that trend continues, it'll be in the mid-70s.
Outstanding.
Yeah. No balls and a strike after a couple throws over to first by O'Toole. Pearson gets his lead. The stretch for O'Toole, the pitch, took something off again, down and in for a ball, 1-1. Waco and the Mulvane Patriots follow this game. Scheduled to start, that one is at 9:30. At this pace, it looks like it'll be a little bit late.
Yeah.
This one was scheduled for 7. We started about 22 minutes after 7 when it was all said and done. There goes the runner. The pitch swung on, lifted on the infield. Actually shallow center. Lil, the center fielder, coming on. Shortstop Gonzalez going out. And it's Gonzalez in very shallow center field behind second base, who tracks it down. And Pearson back to first base.
Great defensive play. Great communication.
And normally you'll see the infielder have the outfielder have the right of way there. He's got the better angle, but that was a good job by Gonzalez to call off Lil, because Lil would not have gotten there in time.
Not at all. Playing very deep.
And Gonzalez recognized that, went on ahead and took charge and made the catch for a pop-up to short. 2 outs now with a runner at first for Tom Lichty, and we'll see if the runner's going again with 2 outs.
Trice,
lifted, shallow right field. Cox coming on. Second baseman Pearson out. It's Pearson who drops the ball in shallow right field. And now he'll throw back to the infield. Down to third goes Pearson. And I think that is the opposite of the other scenario we talked about, Scott. Cox probably had the best angle and best chance at that, but Pearson going out couldn't squeeze it in. That will probably be an E4.
It was a tough play, but a play he knows he probably should have had himself. But I still don't understand, with the way the wind's blowing in, Steve, why the outfield is playing so deep. It surprises me a little bit how deep everybody's playing.
And now stepping in Brett Vosick, and he slices one foul and out of play, 0-1. And it looks like they're going to give Lichty a base hit. They've already put it up on the scoreboard.
They sure did, first hit of the game.
A little bit surprising, not an easy play for Pearson, but he clearly had it in the glove, or at least it deflected off the outside of his glove, which indicates he had a very real chance at catching it.
Make note of that, too. That could have been the third out of the inning if something should happen.
Pitch misses to Vosick. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to him. So runners at the corners, 2 outs, top of the 3rd inning. Liberal threatening, though, with runners at the corners and 2 away in a scoreless game. And here comes the 1-1 pitch to Lichty. Swung on and lifted. Left side slicing to Freeman. Running toward the line. He's going to get there and slide and make a great catch along the left field line. What a great play by Blake Freeman in left field. Sliding on his knees toward the line. Scoops that one up before it touches turf. And that saves at least a run. And it keeps us at a 0-0 score. No runs. And 1 hit, 2 left. And after 2.5, thanks to a nice play by Blake Freeman in left, it's Liberal nothing and 316 Elite nothing. This is the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker, KQAM.
This bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
Stop to think about just how many songs have been written about time. Multiply it by hundreds. And that's the number of
15 seconds, Steve, 15 seconds.
Scott Child's Old Time Clock Shop. 1946 West 13th Street North in the heart of Riverside.
Time of my life.
Hot mic.
Well, how many times do you see it? A player makes a great play defensively to end 1/2 inning, and he leads the very next. That's what's happening here. Blake Freeman takes the first pitch from Zach Zeller outside for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Bottom of the 3rd inning in a scoreless game as Freeman watches one from Zeller come in and miss, 2 balls and no strikes. Freeman, a nice sliding catch toward the left field line to end the
beautiful catch. It almost looks like
inning.
Zeller overthrows sometimes, Steve. And right there, he throws a strike, took a little bit off of that, but you know, he's got 2 balls, 1 strike on behind again and another hitter. We've seen that in almost every hitter with Zeller.
Zeller ready, delivers this one slicing out toward short and on into left field for a base hit. Playing it on a couple of hops is Simon. Big turn at first for Freeman, but he'll stop at first base with a single. And what a few moments it's been for Blake Freeman. And, of course, he loves playing in this venue. He's a Bishop Carroll guy.
Yeah.
But great sliding catch in left field to end the bottom of the top of the 3rd inning, then leads off the bottom of the 3rd with an opposite field single. He's at first base. So each team now with 1 base hit in the game, and here's Cade Gonzalez, the shortstop. Gonzalez takes a pretty pitch for a strike, 0-1. That one feathered in at 70 miles an hour from Zach Zeller. Zach Zeller, both in college and in high school, has been a very good student.
Must have went to your academy.
Stretches, delivers, showing bunt is Gonzalez, and that
inside.
1 ball and 1 strike. His freshman year at UTSA, Zach Zeller made the Conference USA Commissioner's Honor Roll.
Wow.
And in high school, as a senior, he was a member of the National Honor Society and graduated in the top 3rd of his class. So there you go. Bunting again is Gonzalez, but it's foul. Deflect that off the shin guard of Gavin Johnson, the catcher, and it trickles up the 3rd baseline.
Stevie, you know this is the 3rd batter that's attempted bunts, and we still don't have a bunt down yet. You know, it's all about fundamentals. And just squaring up, let the bat do the work for you, and don't force the issue. And you see every batter trying to just force it and push the bat towards the ball, let the bat come to the ball.
Pitch swung on, ground ball left side. That's through for a base hit. Another one into left field as Gonzalez pulls one that way between short and 3rd. And back-to-back singles for the 316 Elite to start the 3rd inning.
Now, here's where you got the number 3 hitter. Usually this is your best hitter, your power guy, and you don't want him to bunt one here, do you? Put guys in position?
Well, Ray Beatty is down to talk to Corbin Lill right now about something, and the way this game has started, this has the makings potentially of a close, low-scoring game. And we've already seen bunt attempts, like you said, Scott, a couple of times, so it wouldn't surprise me at all in this situation to see Lil trying to lay one down. In fact, that's what he's going to do, and he does. Right back between the mound and the plate. The only throw to first is wild.
That's
it's into
what
right field. That's going to score a run. Here comes Freeman from third. He'll score. Stopping at third base is Gonzalez, and Lil will reach second base on a two-base error. It's 1-0. 316 Elite's got the lead.
Small ball can be a killer at times if you don't execute properly defensively, and that time it was an easy play back to the pitcher, and the pitcher, Zeller, just took the ball and just rifled it when he had plenty of time and threw it wide at first base. The right fielder did a great job for Liberal, hustling down the line, and Vosick and backing up the play, or we would have had 2 runs in that inning.
And 316 Elite could be far from finished. Second and third with nobody out for the cleanup hitter, Andrew Brotman, who takes one down and in for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, we knew something was on. Either he was going to take a strike and see what happens or put one down, and he did the latter. He put a great bunt down and made Liberal play defense.
The 1-0 is a fastball that misses away, and now it seems like Zeller may have gotten a little bit flustered here, down in the count with runners at second and third as well, and a run already in. But that throw was well to the second base side of first base by the pitcher, who was about halfway between the mound and home plate. And it went down the right field line and allowed a run to score. Pitch misses for a ball. It's 3-0.
Here's where, as a coach, you want your catcher maybe to have him slow down a little bit. I mean, the catcher's really not helping him out, and he's just getting the ball and throwing it back there. And you want Zeller to kind of get back in that groove and pace himself a little bit, take a deep breath, and throw strikes. There, see that one didn't even make it to the plate.
He's working from the windup now and bounced that one in. And Scott, that was 4 pitches that really, none of them very close at all. And they are loaded now with 316 Elite from Micah Grover, the first baseman.
Dylan Paul goes out there to talk to Zach Zeller. Dylan Paul, the tall, lanky first baseman for Liberal, goes out there and gives Zeller a little bit of a pep talk, tells him slow down. Also talking about the situation. No out, Steve. Bases loaded. You think the corners are pinched in. They got to get the runner at home.
Micah Grover is in. And
5 balls in a row.
As Zeller just can't find it now. 1 ball and no strikes to Grover.
Boy, 316 Stevie has a chance to open it up here.
They play even with the bag at the corners. Lichty at third, Paul over at first. Up the middle, they look for the double play as the pitch is taken for a strike at 86 miles an hour, a fastball, and finally a strike. It's 1-1 to Grover.
6 balls in a row before that strike.
Grover ended the bottom of the first inning by flying out to center. Takes one very high and tight here. He had to bail out of the way. That one also almost got him up around the chin, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, that was a close one there. Just out in the nick of time for Grover. Grover, the first baseman, stocky kid.
The 2-1 offering lifted, shallow right center field. That's going to get down. That'll be a base hit. Here comes Gonzalez to score. Everybody moves up 90 feet on an RBI single for Grover, and it's 2-0. 316 Elite's got the lead.
Grover strong enough just to fist it over the second baseman's head. The bad thing about that, Steve, is it froze all the runners because they didn't know if he was going to be caught or not, so they could only advance 1 base. Normally, the guy on second could get a better read on that, but he was halfway to third, so he had to retreat back a little bit. And then once the ball landed, the right fielder did a great job of getting the ball back in early. The third base coach had to hold him up. Bases loaded, still no outs.
Caden Pearson in now takes a strike, 0-1. 3 base hits in the game for the 316 Elite, all in this inning, and all of them singles. And the costly throwing error by the pitcher Zach Zeller on a bunt attempt as he threw wildly to first. Here's the 0-1. Lifted again to the right side, this time to Vosick. Will the runner tag? Vosick makes the catch. Runner coming home. Vosick a strong throw, but the tag will not be there. It's a sacrifice fly for Pearson in the RBI. Lil scores, and it's now a 3-0 316 Elite lead.
Nolan Riley now up in the bullpen quickly, warming up as the third run crosses the plate for 316 Elite. Nolan Riley, number 15, a righty, now warming up in the Liberal bullpen.
And the runner at first also tagged Grover, so it's now second and third.
Yeah, tagged on the throw. Good call there.
Cameron Cox is up now, the right fielder, who struck out in the second inning, takes a strike on the outside edge here at 88 miles an hour.
You know, with the Liberal playing back, I wouldn't be afraid to bunt it again. Why not? You're having a hard time hitting him.
Right-handed batter, and here comes the pitch. Outside for a ball. It's not a bad thought. The only thing you wonder is how efficient of a bunter is Cox. It might not be his strong suit.
I don't know if it's anybody's strong suit in today's game, Steve. A lot of hitting away going on in today's game.
1-1. Here comes the pitch. Inside for a ball. The other thing you have to think about when it comes to the bunt, not that we haven't seen it plenty already, but on this turf, sometimes that bunt can get out to a corner infielder a little bit quicker, making it a little bit more risky.
Yeah, hard to deaden it. You're right. Hard to deaden it, especially no dirt, as you alluded to.
The 2-1 inside, and it's now 3-1. 3 runs have scored. It all started with a leadoff single by Blake Freeman. And Cade Gonzalez and Corbin Lill shortly followed with run-scoring plays as well. Now second and third for the 316 Elite, and a fastball down in the dirt. And that one bounced into Johnson, and down to first base goes Cox. They are loaded again.
I wouldn't be surprised if Zeller comes out here. He's struggling, and coach checked out. Catcher gave him a thumbs up down there in the bullpen that he might be pulling him here.
And Bill Clay is looking long and hard down at the bullpen to see if his reliever is ready. And he's taking his time, and we'll see if this is the end of the line. But it's 3-0. So the first 3 runs of the game scored by the 316 Elite. They've picked up their first 3 hits of the game in the bottom of the third inning as well. And they could be a long way from being over with the bases loaded and only 1 out. There will not be a pitching change. Not yet, but they certainly gave the reliever down to the bullpen some more time to get loose.
You have to think he's only 1 batter away. If one gets on here in this inning, that it's over for Zeller.
So Bryce Nittler steps in, who walked back in the second inning. And he's the one that made the costly base running mistake back in that inning as well, when he was supposed to head to second on a double steal. And the 316 Elite ended up grounding into a 6-4-3 double play, and he was the one that was the first out at second base. So a chance for some redemption here, and he takes one away for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes.
Zach Zeller has a tendency to throw across his body, and everything tails to the outside away from the right-handed hitter.
Very long arms, too, at 6 feet 7 inches tall. The 1-0. That one very wild. It caroms off the backstop behind the plate. That's going to score a run. And everybody else moves up to second and third. It's now 4-0 316 Elite.
Pitching change coming right here.
And that's going to do it, as Bill Clay has seen enough. Zach Zeller, who was okay through the first couple, falls apart here in the third inning to the 316 Elite team, a group of kids who mostly have just recently wrapped up their high school careers. Now, there was going to be a pitching change being made, but now the home plate umpire is telling Bill Clay he can't do it. What's the reason for that?
I've never seen that before.
Coach Clay called for the pitcher in from the bullpen, and then the home plate umpire walked halfway up the first baseline and said, no, we can't do it. I'd like to know why that is. So we won't have a pitching change in spite of the wishes of Bill Clay of Liberal. Very bizarre. It was a wild pitch that scored Brotman.
We're going to get a clarification here in a minute. I got somebody coming over here to fill us in on this rule.
Swing and a miss to Bryce Nittler. Grover's at third. Cameron Cox is at second. 2 balls and no strike. Or that was a strike. It's 2-1. The count to Bryce Nittler. 4 runs in for 316 Elite here in the inning.
He cannot make a appearance. Can't make a visit to the mound twice to the same batter.
Pitches a strike now to Bryce Nittler.
That's why he couldn't pull him. He has to face this batter, and then he can pull him.
Well, you almost wonder if, with first base open,
yeah,
walk him and set up a double play and get Zeller out of there. But they are pitching to Nittler. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Way inside for a ball, and it's 3-2.
Zeller was ready to give the ball up. He's like, get me out of here, coach.
Boy.
And 3-2 now, 1 out.
Talk about feeling like a lame duck.
Yeah, knowing what's the inevitable is coming, right?
Counts full. Runners at second and third not being held on. 4-0. 316 Elite's got the lead. Pitch swung on and chopped behind the plate foul, and it's still 3-2. Blake Freeman led off with a single. Cade Gonzalez followed with one, and then Corbin Lill tried to bunt those two over from first and second, and he reached because Zach Zeller's throw, the pitcher, to first base on the bunt was down the right field line. That scored the first run of the game. High bouncing ball to third. Lichty's got it. The only throw is going to be to first in time, but a run scores. As Grover comes home from third, he was breaking on the play. It'll be another run scored. It's 5-0. 316 Elite's got the lead.
You know what was neat about that? Grover read it perfect. A lot of times, Steve, when a ball is hit down at third, you're not going to run home. You're going to read the throw. But the ball bounces so high off the turf, he was 3/4 home, but timed the third baseman, got the ball to throw to first. That was the only play he could make. Great read by Grover. Now 5-0. 316 Elite in a shocker here in the 84th annual NBC World Series.
First pitch to Colton Richardson, fouled back and out of play, 0-1. Cameron Cox stayed at second base on that bouncing ball to third, so he's still there. Runner at second, 2 away. Bottom of the third inning where the 316 Elites put up a 5 spot. They lead 5-0. This is the 9th batter to bat in the inning. Richardson steps out momentarily and now back in again. Richardson's the one that grounded into that 6-4-3 double play in the second inning. I mentioned earlier he swings and fouls this one back and out of play, and the count's 0-2. So Blake Freeman, who started it all, is on deck again. He would be the 10th batter to bat in the inning if Richardson can get aboard. Here's the pitch. Off speed, high and tight for a ball.
Wow,
Richardson
that almost
had to get out of the way.
I thought it hit him, but it must have just been the air that moved that helmet.
So the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Zeller did have one to burn there ahead in the count, 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Boy, that would have been ball 2. Instead swung on and fouled straight back near us, and the count's still 1-2.
Nolan Riley is getting almost a whole bullpen workout. Still warming up down there for the Liberal.
And they can go to him now, but Bill Clay has decided not to do that. He's leaving Zeller in to face Richardson now with 2 away. Here's the 1-2 pitch, lifted, shallow left field. Simon coming on in a hurry, diving forward, and he can't hold on to it. It bounces in front of him. That'll be an RBI base hit. Cox comes home to score from second. It's an RBI single for Richardson, and 6-0. 316 Elite's got the lead.
Wow. Great effort, though, by the left fielder, number 37, Dane Simon, who just out of reach and made a great diving play, but the ball bounced out of his glove as we now have a pitcher's change. Stevie?
So that will do it for Zach Zeller after it all fell apart for him in the bottom of the third inning. Well, we were talking about a run rule because you've got a bunch of experienced college players facing some kids mostly who just graduated from high school, but it's the 316 Elite pouring it on right now here in the bottom of the third. Pitching change being made. Timeout on the field. We'll take it too with the score 316 Elite 6, Liberal nothing. This is the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker KQAM.
Hi, I'm John Roden, owner of Roden Roofing. Was your home recently hit by hail? It's very likely you have hail damage to your roof you cannot see from the ground. To protect your home, it is important.
Hey, Steve.
Yes.
What is it? Is it 10 runs?
I don't know.
I think it is, if I remember right. It's 10 runs. Combination of a 10-run lead in any inning. Like if they score 10 in this bottom, then they'll give them the top of the inning to score, and if they don't, then it's over. If I remember right. 20 seconds.
Whether you're feeding 4 or 40, Yoder Meats has great meat for any occasion. Steaks and burgers to cinnamon rolls and bierox and everything in between. Stop by on your way home or call ahead for big orders. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for the latest deals and weekly specials. Taste the old-fashioned flavor at Yoder Meats in Yoder and 3 locations in Wichita.
Hot mic.
Trouble in the bottom of the third for the Liberal Beejays, and they've had to go to their bullpen. Nolan Riley, who is basically pitching almost in his hometown. He's from Augusta. Is on in relief here in the bottom of the third, but he's got a bit of a difficult situation here. His team is down 6 runs. There are 2 outs and a runner at first for the 316 Elite, but a difficult inning for the Beejays defensively. And Blake Freeman, who led off this inning with a single, is up there now with a runner at first and 2 away.
And Richardson looks like he's a guy that can run. He's a designated hitter, little spark plug now on first base. The designated hitter number 12, left-handed batter up. Stevie, I'm sending him with a new pitcher on there. I'm going to see what we can do here. You're up 6. Why not take a chance?
No balls and a strike. The count to Richardson. And the pitch swung on and missed. There goes the runner. And the throw is going to be late. And a stolen base for Richardson, who got a bit of a late start himself as that one bounced in and helped Richardson slide into second safely.
So there you go. You got 2 strikes. Now you got to protect. Freeman, left-handed leadoff hitter, but just put the ball in play and see what happens. Liberals jaded right now, a little shook.
0-2, the count to Freeman. Hit by a pitch in the first inning, singled here in the third. He's up there again. 10th batter to bat in the inning for 316. Swings at a breaking ball and misses, and down he goes. But
damage
big damage done for 316 here in the inning. They score.
At Davis Moore, we pride ourselves on our ability to provide a safe and reliable driving experience to all of our customers. When we say that safety is our top priority, we mean it. That's why every single one of our pre-owned vehicles goes through a 171-point inspection before it ever goes on our lot. And with our Davis Moore 360 guarantee, you can drive forever, worry-free. So let us prove to you that we have the best car care and best customer experience, and why nobody beats a Davis Moore deal. Come by any one of our 5 Davis Moore locations or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
Insurance at 327-2388.
Hot mic.
Well, the Liberal Beejays have their work cut out for them now as we go to the 4th inning. They trail 6-0, and Jack Crowell will lead off for Liberal. And the first pitch taken inside for a ball, 1-0. You would suspect Hayden O'Toole's marching orders were just to go out and throw strikes now, leading 6-0.
Let your defense work, but then if you're Liberal on the other side, Steve.
Pitch in there for a strike.
You have to just take it 1 run at a time, don't you? Just try to get yourself back in the game, not try to get them all back at once.
Still a lot of time left.
Don't press at the plate. Yeah.
Kroll 0 for 1, led off the second inning by grounding out to second. And he bounces this one foul outside the bag at third.
No time for the rally caps yet. But you're right. We thought this would be the other way around, and we were actually talking about that today, where we felt like 316 maybe be a little undermanned, but so far they're the team playing with a lot of determination.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Kroll lifts a high, towering fly ball over in foul ground outside the coach's backs at third. Bratma's there, makes the catch, and there's 1 away.
You ever seen that T-shirt graphics place right there?
So 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning, and that'll bring up Clint Allen.
They've been there forever, ever since I moved here.
Allen flied to center field in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. O'Toole ready and delivers, and the pitch right down Main Street. It's a strike, 0-1. Temperature still holding true, Scott, dropping about a degree every inning. It's down to 84 now here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, it is. It's like you said, it'd be the ground ball.
Shortstop to his left. That's Gonzalez scooping it up behind the bag. Throw to first in time. What a play.
What a play by the shortstop. Unbelievable. Gonzo with the great hands to the move to his left, spun around behind third base and winged it. for the out. Close play at first.
And a head-first dive as well by Clint Allen, but the throw just in the nick of time. A great play by Gonzalez at short. Now here's Dylan Paul, the first baseman. He rips a breaking ball foul down the right side.
Oh.
Out toward the fans, partying in foul ground.
Got a concert going on tonight over here across the river, and they're singing Journey right now. Don't Stop Believing, and ICT right now is the one believing.
Dylan Paul, bouncing ball to second. Pearson into his right toward the bag, throws across his body to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Hayden O'Toole, a shutdown inning. First time that Liberal is retired in order. Right back to the plate comes 316 as we've played 3.5. The Elite 6, Liberal nothing. This is the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker KQAM.
Inland Truck Parts and Service of Wichita has merged with Fleet Maintenance and has welcomed Fleet Maintenance's great staff to continue service to you, our valued customers. Inland Truck Parts and Service provides excellent service for light and medium heavy-duty trucks. ITP has in-stock and extensive inventory of parts to get your vehicle back on the road fast and is your powertrain headquarters of transmissions, differentials, driveline, brakes, suspension, mobile hydraulics, and more. Come see us at 3610 South Norman in Wichita or give us a call at 316-945-0255.
After 44 years as Shire Signs, Park City's Shire Signs is now Shire Graphics, with the highest quality of big truck and fleet logos, as well as vinyl decals and other vehicle graphics. Shire Graphics will still provide the highest quality of those items, and now is leading the area in digitally printed vehicle wraps. Superior quality digital vehicle graphics from Shire Graphics. Our niche is your need in vehicle graphics. From single vehicle to fleet, Shire Graphics at shiregraphics.com.
Our thanks to Cherry Oaks Golf Course in Cheney and Team Electric for bringing you NBC Baseball in this 84th World Series. A couple of our fine sponsors as we are making our way to the bottom of the fourth inning of a 6-0 316 Elite lead.
All dogs welcome to the ballpark July 27th through August 11th. You can bring your dog out and watch a game.
Cade Gonzalez takes the first pitch for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, the entire time, bring the puppies out. Pitch down low, it's 2-0 to Gonzalez.
I don't have nothing for that. It's outstanding.
2-0 our 2-0 count to Cade Gonzalez, who singled and scored back in the third inning. Lifts this one high, slicing out of play right side.
Party Zone's getting a little play tonight there. The second foul ball out that way, and a couple of them don't want to put their beverages down, just kind of watch it sail over the head. The kids scurrying for it. It's a great area out there for the kids. Some slides, a sand pit, lots of things to do when you come to the ballpark at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. The last year before it gets tore down.
2 balls and a strike to Gonzalez, who takes, and the count's even 2-2. I wouldn't put my beverage down.
I had Mayor Jeff Longwell up here tonight, and he alluded to how the new stadium's going to look. The designs are done, and he's hoping to make an announcement live on KGSO, the game plan in the morning, in a couple weeks.
Swung on and missed on a curveball, and down goes Gonzalez to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning, 1 away. So Nolan Riley, who came on in relief to wrap up the bottom of the third inning, starts off the top of the bottom of the fourth in good fashion, a strikeout. And now Corbin Lill will step up to the plate. Riley works from the windup and delivers a fastball inside. Kind of got a herky-jerky motion.
He does a little bit. You're right. Has a little bit of twitch right in the windup.
Kicks up the left leg, then sort of twists towards third base. High leg kick, then throws hard home, and that one inside, and it hit Lill.
Third hits batsman, I believe, for 316 Elite.
So a lot of free passes. We saw them in the first couple of innings, but nobody able to do any damage as a result. But then a number of different issues for Liberal in the bottom of the third inning. An error, some base hits, and some free passes. And 316 Elite scored 6 times in the bottom of the third. Now they've got a runner at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning as Andrew Brotman will step in. Just Right Auto Repair, Shire Graphics, sponsors of the NBC World Series. Our thanks to them for their support. Throw over to first. Pretty close play. Lill dives back in.
Pretty good move by the relief pitcher, number 15, Nolan Riley.
I mentioned he's from Augusta. Well, he's playing collegiately at Barton County Community College. He's a sophomore there. Pitch down low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Andrew Brotman. Four base hits in the ball game for the 316 Elite, and they all came at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes.
Once again, Liberal pitchers not getting ahead in the count against the 316 Elite. It's been a detriment to them all night, as I can't say detriment.
2-0, and the pitch
There's a strike.
is in there for a strike.
Steve, when you played the game of baseball, you know, a lot of people, there's a lot of things that go on in a game that people don't think about. I mean, there is strategy in baseball at times, you know,
constant.
When to hit and run and communication, what pitches to throw. You know, a lot of people think it's just slow urgency until the ball's hit your way.
2 balls and a strike with the throws to first, and
what position
Riley's got a pretty good eye on Lil over at first. First baseman and outfield.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you a Texas kid, Texas ball player?
There in Washington State.
Nice.
I started actually playing Little League in Gardner, Kansas.
Wow.
Back in 1977, probably.
I
Bouncing ball to third. The throw will be to second, and the second baseman, Tapia, can't dig it out. It's a low throw, and safe at second base is Lil. That'll likely be a throwing error on the third baseman, Lichty, and everybody's safe.
Second error of the game. You're right, Steve. It gave the error to the third baseman, Tom Lichty. And 2 errors in the game already through 4 innings for Liberal. Very uncommon. Only 1 hit for Liberal. 6 runs on 4 hits for 316 Elite. Now also, once again, runners in scoring position with only 1 out.
Micah Grover steps up. He singled in the last inning, takes 1 outside for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, Lichty may have rushed that throw. It was a fairly high bouncer, and probably felt like his best chance was the shorter throw to second, but even there he looked like he might have rushed it and overthrown it, went down into the turf. Runner from second goes to third, now a double steal, and everybody's safe. There'll be no throw except back to the pitcher's mound. 2 stolen bases for 316 Elite.
Second base, the runner on second is actually hurt, asking for time. Really banged that knee hard. Actually, you see where he's got a rip in that left knee where he came down. I'm going to be honest with you. I walked out here yesterday after visiting with Kevin Jenks. You know, this is field turf, and there's the little rubber pellets. Well, you can see the base pass, not very much rubber around those pellets, and it's a hard surface. You see him water it down a little bit and try to soften it up. But this stadium has been due for a remake for some time, and it's getting one here starting in November.
2 balls and no strikes, the count to Grover. Runners at second and third now after the double steal. This one lifted right side out of play. And the 316 Elite staying very aggressive too, in spite of their 6-0 lead. Executed the double steal right there. Golden opportunity to increase their lead. They're up 6-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning, but runners at second and third with 1 away. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch lifted center field, shallow center. Clint Allen is coming on. He started out, then comes in and dives towards second and makes a nice play, but he did start back, then had to charge in and made the play in shallow center. Nicely done.
That's a bad play by the runner on third. The coach is not happy again. You know, he's halfway down the third baseline. Why do that? If it bounces, you're going to score easily. If he catches, he had to make a diving catch, you score. But he was not even close to the bag to tag. A costly mistake that prevented you from getting another run to make it 7-0.
Second big base running error for the 316 Elite in the game, but they lead 6-0. Here's Caden Pearson now, the second baseman, and he sends one foul out of play, 0-1 to him. Yeah, especially since Clint Allen, Scott, dove to the turf to make that catch. He's got to take a long time to get up, set himself, set his feet, and fire accurately to the plate.
Absolutely.
Very easily been a sacrifice fly.
Easily.
2 outs in the inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses, down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one at 85 miles an hour.
The coach was hollering at him to get back, and he didn't do it, and just nonchalantly jogged back, and the coach let him have it.
Pearson, yet to have an official at bat in the game, walked in sacrifice fly, and he'll bounce one to short here, fielded by Pearson, and a throw to first in time, and the side retired. So 316 Elite threatens, but they leave 2 in scoring position. We go to the 5th. 316 Elite 6, Liberal nothing. This is the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker, KQAM.
I am a customer.
Won't you come dream with me now, now? You're chasing down a beautiful dream. Won't you come follow me now, now? Yeah. Won't you come dream with me now, now?
Of every different size and style. And Scott Child's Old Time Clock Shop is also a full-time clock repair shop. He even makes house calls. 267-1925. Scott Child's Old Time Clock Shop.
Whatever your business, count on EMC Insurance, because our business is protecting your business. EMC Insurance Companies has the knowledge and expertise to provide you with the right insurance covered.
15 seconds.
Insure your business with EMC, you receive the added value of our free loss control services, no matter the size of your company. Contact your local independent insurance agent and ask about insurance from EMC. In Augusta, call the insurance guys at 775-0606.
Taco Prano is a sponsor of NBC World Series action, and don't forget every Tuesday, Taco Tuesday at Taco Prano, 60-cent tacos. Taco Prano, 2 Wichita locations. Also, ask them about their Money Saver combo as we move to the top half of inning number 5, and the first pitch to Gavin Johnson. He'll swing and send one to left center field. Pretty well struck, but Blake Freeman going back, and Freeman makes the catch of a slicer to left center, 1 away.
Carried well, but Steve, this is the time of night where outfielders have a hard time. Communication is very important. You saw the center fielder running over there, pointing where the ball was, and he still had to run back at the last minute because it's twilight now, so the ball blends in very well in the sky, in the skyline of Wichita, and big out there to start the inning.
R.J. Pearson in now, takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. 6 runs, 4 hits for the 316 Elite. No runs, just 1 hit and 2 errors for the Liberal Beejays. 6-0 to 316 Elite. The pitch to Johnson, up high for a ball, 1-1. Hayden O'Toole, been steady all the way. Now into his 5th inning of work. Off speed, up high, looked like a change at 70 miles an hour. 2 balls and a strike. You mentioned the music earlier, Scott, and it almost seems like the Riverfest type of atmosphere here right now.
It kind of does. You're exactly right.
Pitches away, 3 balls and a strike to count to Johnson.
You know, the skyline's not going to change much, but we are going to, with the new stadium, going to have a hotel there in left field, a Hall of Fame here for the NBC, also a river walk. It's going to be nice for people to come from downtown, walk their way over to the ballpark once we get the new stadium built, as a walk is issued right there.
R.J. Pearson takes outside. He'll toss the bat away and head down to first base. So a runner at first, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning, 6-0. Liberal trailing the 316 Elite. Hey, we want to thank Faunastock Heating and Air. They also handle electrical and plumbing. They're sponsors of this NBC World Series. And right now, you can get $50 off any service call for electrical or plumbing. Call 943-HEAT, 943-HEAT for $50 off a service call for your electrical or plumbing. Faunastock, sponsors of our NBC World Series coverage. Here's Jonathan Tapia now, taking a strike, 0-1 to him, as we're back at the top of the order for Liberal. Beejays trailing 316 Elite, 6-0.
If Liberal's going to do anything, they got to do it now at the top of the order coming up, Steve.
O'Toole through the stretch and delivers, high and tight again, and the count's even at 1-1. This is where, if you're O'Toole, you want to be careful and not let Liberal start to creep back into this thing. You're right, Scott, as they've got their leadoff batter, a runner at first with 1 out, but still somewhat of a leveraged situation for Liberal at the top of their order. Still some time left, down 6-0. Hot shot over to third, scooped up by Brotman. The throw to second, that's all they'll get, but a nice play by Andrew Brotman at third, scooping up the hot shot and at least getting the lead runner at second. 5-4 on the putout.
Steve, I'm going to ask a question because I don't know, and I'm sure some of the fans like to know. The 316 Elite, you've alluded to, these are 18 and under kids. Have they been playing together all summer? Do you know any background about them?
It's a select team. They've got 18 and under, 17 and under, divided up by age, and yes, they have been together for a little while, playing throughout the
It's
course
not like
of the
they just
summer.
got together for this tournament. That's why I guess I'm getting at.
That's my understanding. First pitch in to Dave Simon is a strike, and it's 0-1. Kids from all over this area. Again, Wichita, Goddard, Derby, Arc City has several on this 316 Elite team. There goes the runner. Pitch misses. Throw down to second, and the tag, and safe at second base is Tapia. Everybody in the joint thought it was a caught stealing, but Tapia slides in safely for his second swipe of the night. One ball and one strike to count at the plate.
Really good job of sliding to avoid the tag there. It was a close play, and then not only that, Steve hanging on to the bag as not sliding by it and to apply the tag once he made the steal. Runner in scoring position for Liberal, 2 outs.
Simon dancing around. Now Tapia is at second. He'll go to third. He'll swipe third as well. So Tapia has stolen 2. He's down at third. The count is, though, a ball and 2 strikes. After that was a swing and a miss by Simon, who's down in the count 1-2. 316 Elite, though, up 6-0 here in the top of the 5th. Not real concerned about Jonathan Tapia stealing bases. Not yet. This one swung on, lifted, high fly ball, left field, very playable for Blake Freeman, who snags the lazy fly ball, and the side retired as Liberal strands one at third. After 4.5, 316 Elite 6, Liberal nothing. This is the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker KQAM.
And a knowledgeable team to help you find just what you're looking for. Whether you're feeding 4 or 40, Yoder Meats has great meat for any occasion. Steaks and burgers to cinnamon rolls and bierox and everything in between.
15 seconds.
Stop by
15 seconds.
ahead for big orders. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for the latest deals and weekly specials. Taste the old-fashioned flavor at Yoder Meats in Yoder and 3 locations in Wichita.
Hot mic.
Halfway home from Lawrence Dumont Stadium on a gorgeous Friday night to start this 84th NBC World Series. It's especially gorgeous if you're a fan of the 316 Elite. They lead the Liberal Beejays by the score of 6-0.
A little bit of a surprise, don't you think, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, experience-wise, you'd have to say edge Liberal, but it's not always experience that counts. And Cameron Cox takes the first pitch for a ball, 1 ball and no strike to him. As Nolan Riley out for another inning of work for Liberal. Riley delivers. Pitch swung on. Bouncing ball on 2 hops to second. Tapia's got it. Takes his time. Tosses to first in time for a 4-3 putout. And there's 1 away. That'll bring up Bryce Nittler.
Bryce Nittler, the catcher for 316 Elite. Done a great job so far tonight.
Don't forget, in the 7th inning, Champs Sports Bar will be giving away some free food, hamburger, french fries, and a drink to our first caller once we give you the go-ahead. We'll give you the number to call and tell you when. 7th inning, and you win some free stuff from Champs. First pitch here to Bryce Nittler, and there for a strike on a breaking ball, 0-1. Now, Riley delivers and misses. 74 miles an hour off speed, or excuse me, that was a strike, 0-2. Nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. 3-1-6 on top, 6-0. Riley down and away on a curve that missed. Not close, and it's now 1-2. He had 1 to waste.
Nice job by the catcher, Gavin Johnson, sliding out there, blocking the pitch. Even when you don't have runners on base, you like your catchers getting that work in like that. Foul ball
Chopped
off
at the plate, foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes still.
Nolan, go ahead.
Not about crowd tonight.
I was just going to say the same thing. You know, Nolan Riley's doing a good job as the crowd still is filing in. Once the suns went down, cooled off a little bit, people starting to file in, maybe leaving the concert a little early. Opening night of the 84th NBC World Series.
Riley works from the windup and delivers low and outside for a ball. It's 2-2. Bryce Nittler, the 8th batter in the lineup for 316 Elite, so he'll be followed by Colton Richardson, then back to the top of the order with Blake Freeman. So 8, 9, and 1 here in the bottom of the 5th. As another one misses down and away. Riley was ahead in the count moments ago, but now it's 3-2. Nittler is 0 for 1. He grounded out to third in the 3rd inning, walked in the 2nd. And he's going to get a base hit here. Ground ball through on into center field. Just to the 3rd base side of second base, and a 1-out single for Bryce Nittler, who's on at first base.
Good piece of hitting right there, Steve.
Took it right back up the middle. Now Colton Richardson steps in.
Colton Richardson, one of those guys, the designated hitter, obviously has a good bat. He's already shown good speed on the bases.
First pitch swings here and fouls it straight back and out of play. 0-1 to him. He grounded into a double play in the 2nd inning, then an RBI single in the 3rd, and he also stole a base. That was the big 6-run inning for 316 Elite, representing all 6 runs scored in this game.
Yeah, the 3rd inning was the demise of Liberal, giving up 6 runs in that bottom of that 3rd. And also had a costly error as well to extend the inning.
Pitch down low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner gets his lead at first. The pitch chopped foul at the plate. And the count's now 1-2.
Richardson really likes that inside pitch. And I can guarantee you that it will be interesting to see if Riley wants to pitch away here, because knowing that Richardson wants the inside of the plate.
He's from Valley Center, Kansas. For those of you that don't know, that's essentially a suburb of Wichita to the north.
Yep.
And he yanks one foul just outside the 3rd baseline. Foul ball, a little out in front of it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Attended Valley Center High School as well, did Colton Richardson.
I'm sure he was a multi-sport star. Probably played for Coach Caleb Smith at the time. Coach Smith, a good coach, just took the athletic director job, gave up the football gig at Valley Center.
Riley fouls this one back and out of play. So Riley continuing to watch Richardson fight off pitches, 2 strike pitches, another one fouled back, 1-2.
But he's competing at the plate, and that's what you like to see with your 9-hole hitter.
1-2, and this one is down and away. And the count's now 2-2.
Obviously, Nittler, not being the catcher, not a speedster on the base paths, and not going to be stealing here. So Riley not concerned about a steal here.
He goes through the stretch, pitch swung on, lifted, shallow left field. Shortstop Pearson going out. He'll make the catch in shallow left field. Too far for Simon, the left fielder, to run. And the catch is made for a pop-up to short, 2 away.
Brings up the top of the order for you, Steve.
And that means Blake Freeman, who's had a busy night both at the plate and the field. Nice sliding catch in the top of the 3rd inning, then led off the bottom of the 3rd with a single, and later came around to score as well.
Freeman looks like one of those guys that just can hit it to all fields. Really good bat in his hands, and free swinging.
Swings away here and lifts one high, shallow center field. Clint Allen, the center fielder, coming on a few steps to his right. He's there. He's got it. Side retired. A 1-out single for 316 Elite. That's all the noise in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll go to the 6th. 316 Elite 6, Liberal nothing at the 84th NBC World Series. Brought to you by the Big Talker, KQAM.
The city's not just built. It's grown to the needs of people. You make the infrastructure, the muscle, bone, and circulation so natural to the body of the city that you almost forget they're even there.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Experience and lifestyle at Cherry Oaks of Cheney, the public course with the country club feel. Cherry Oaks.
It's time to get hitched at Toppers Plus. Not that type of hitch. We're talking receiver hitches. Gooseneck hitches, fifth wheel hitches by B&W, Reese, Kurt, and Draw Tight. Toppers Plus also has leveling kits by Ready Lift in stock and ready for your truck.
10 seconds.
Make your truck work for you. Toppers Plus, 5511 West Central in Wichita, or toppersplusks.com.
Make your truck work for you.
Hot mic.
Midwest Kia helping bring you NBC World Series Baseball this year on the Big Talker KQAM. We appreciate their sponsorship, and Davis Liquor also helping this broadcast be possible. Scott Stiles, Steve Strain with you here in the booth at Lawrence Dumont Stadium on a picture-perfect night for baseball.
Man, I mean, look at the skyline now. Unbelievable.
Tom Lichty, first pitch swings and sends one high to right field. Cox over toward the line and foul ground, and he overran it and can't make the catch in foul territory. He was a couple of steps across the line down in the right field corner and then had to reach back behind him and over his head, and that one bounced on the turf, and so Lichty gets a break, and back to the plate he goes. Just simply went too far, did Cox in right field. Lichty gets another chance. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, way up high. It's now 1-1. Lichty, then Brett Vosick and Jack Crowell, 3, 4, and 5 in the order for Liberal, who trails the 316 Elite 6-0. And this time Lichty goes the other way foul to the left side, out of play. That one bouncing around like a pinball in the stands. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
One good thing about it, Kevin Jinks says they go through 260 dozen baseballs in this tournament. That's a base hit.
Sent
Maybe.
to center field, coming on center field, and Lil, and he dives to his left and makes a great play. Corbin Lil in center, moving toward right center, dove head first, a sliding catch, and Lichty is retired on a fly out to center. What a play.
He made me look bad. What a great play. Came flying out of nowhere. Diving play. That's an ESPN top 10 play.
Brett Vosick steps in now after a great play in center that time by Corbin Lil.
If you're Liberal, do you think, man, is it not our night when you keep getting plays and plays like that?
Yeah, that one was one that had all the makings of a base hit and ended up in the glove of Lil. Breaking ball evens the count now, 1 ball and 1 strike to Brett Vosick.
Beautiful play.
Vosick swings, bounce one up toward the middle. The shortstop Gonzalez sure-handed there behind the bag at second. Throws to first in time for a 6-3 putout, 2 away. That one was not as easy as Gonzalez made it look.
Gonzalez, very impressive at shortstop, Steve. Very, very. He reminds me of the, who was the major leaguer, the former major leaguers that played here. We loved it. Was it Jack Thompson? Or Jack Wilson?
Jack Wilson.
Well, used to play for the Pirates. That's who he reminds me of. Real smooth.
Jack Crowell now sends one on a liner. Right field. Cox is going to play that one on a hop. And a 2-out single for Jack Crowell, who's on at first base. And that's just the second hit of the game for Liberal as they bat in the top of the 6th inning.
Right fielder had a chance to make a dive, but why, when you're up 6, keep the ball in front, keep him to a single, move on to the next batter. As your pitcher's doing, O'Toole's doing a hell of a job tonight, just throwing strikes and letting the defense go to work, and that wins ball games.
Clint Allen steps in now, bounces one foul beyond the third base dugout.
If you look off to the first base side, the moon is unbelievable tonight. Huge orange ball of fire.
And it almost looks like it's got a headband going across.
Yeah,
because about a third of the way down, like a little stripe.
Too cool.
Yeah. 0-1 to Allen, off speed, and just barely missed inside. 1-1.
316 bench really wanted that pitch, including O'Toole.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 6th inning, 6-0, 316 Elite as the pitch is outside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike to count to Clint Allen.
Not very often tonight has O'Toole been behind in hitters, and that's been the advantage he's had to keep Liberal guessing with that off-speed pitch.
2 balls and a strike, and the pitch high and tight for a ball, and it's 3-1.
Now he's just going to have to bring fastballs and let your defense do the work. He's messed with him long enough, down 3-1 in the count. Actually a hitter's count now. Set dead red on the fastball here. O'Toole won't mess with him here.
That one hit him. It came inside and it plunked Allen on the backside around the hip area, and he'll head to first base. And that's not what the doctor ordered if you're 316 Elite, with them leading by the score of 6-0, and that's also going to get one of their coaches out of the dugout to come to the mound and visit with Hayden O'Toole. So Crowell down to second base after the single, and he's there now because Clint Allen just got hit by a pitch. First and second for the 316 Elite. Top of the 6th inning. 2 away, 6-0. 316 Elite does have the lead.
Somebody almost clear on the top floor of the Hyatt Regency overlooking the stadium, sitting in the window looking, watching the game tonight way up high, about 3 rows from the top. Sitting in the window, got a bird's eye view across the river.
We should wave at them.
Well,
if they were listening, it would be really cool. We could wave.
Maybe 7th-inch stretch will throw them a shirt or something.
Dylan Paul takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to the first baseman for the Beejays.
Don't forget, if you're listening at the 7th inning, we'll make that announcement. You call the station 721-8255. Win a Champs meal from Champs Bar and Grill.
Pitch fouled back to the screen. Again, we'll give you the go-ahead in the 7th inning.
Producer David Mitchell back in the studio, getting ready to answer that phone call.
Don't start calling now.
Hey, the headband disappeared. Now he's smiling. The moon.
Oh, how about that?
Look at that. He heard you.
1-1 pitch, off speed and outside.
Curveball outside. Now starting to labor a little bit. O'Toole is not hitting that breaking ball like he was early, Steve, and now behind. The last 3 hitters he's faced, he's been behind in the count.
This one is ripped right field and deep. That's going to get down. It's going to bounce to the fence.
Ground rule
and
double.
Over it.
Tough break for Liberal.
So it'll be a ground rule double, and that means that from first base, Clint Allen cannot score. He'll have to go back to third. And yes, Liberal would have easily scored 2 right there, but instead they'll only get 1. And I think that's also going to start stirring some activity in the 316 bullpen.
Yeah, the head coach waved the towel like, get up, and he's going down there to talk to his bullpen right now who he wants up. So don't want to mess around with this lead and let Liberal get some momentum back in this game. But Liberal is pressing now. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. Gets within 6-1 with runners on second and third. Another tough lefty up to plate right now, and Gavin Johnson.
This is a really important at-bat for O'Toole here, the pitcher for 316 Elite, who delivers off speed and high, because if you get the out right here, then it's still a 5-run lead, but if you get a base hit right here, then we've got ourselves a ball game. Pitch up high, and it's now 2-0. And indeed, a right-hander warming up down in the 316 Elite bullpen.
See, O'Toole now, 2 balls, no strikes, starting to labor a little bit.
Working from the windup, here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball out to short. Fielded well by Gonzalez. Down to a knee. Whips around and fires to first in time for a 6-3 putout. His second of the inning, and it gets 316 Elite out of a jam. Great play at short by Gonzalez. So Liberal scores a run, but they leave 2 in scoring position. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 316 Elite 6, Liberal 1. This is the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker KQAM.
Summer.
Mount up, take off, and chase the sun. Experience more of what makes Kansas great. And let K-Tag help you get there. 236 miles of road, endless destinations of wonder. Start your adventure with K-Tag. Get your free K-Tag at myktag.com.
Nice weather just makes you want to get outside. Hi, I'm Cheryl from Kennedy Tire and Auto Care Center. Whether it's a drive to your favorite sports, towing a trailer to the lake, free. We have a full selection of Michelin tires for safe and dependable driving. BF Goodrich tires for that sporty look, and the always reliable Uniroyal tires for the budget-conscious driver. So before you put the top down or load up the kids, come by 3250 West 13th Street North or call us at 945-7131. Kennedy Tire and Auto Care Center, your friend in the tire business.
Hot mic.
To the bottom of the 6th inning we go. The 316 Elite will have Cade Gonzalez leading off, and it's the second time they've had a defensive player make a terrific gem in the top of an inning, lead off the bottom, and Gonzalez, hard hit ball, but right at Tapia, the second baseman, who goes down to a knee to his left, picks up the hot shot and throws to first base, and there's one away.
Gonzalez, by far the player of the game defensively for the 316 Elite, really been an inning stopper for him with his defensive plays.
Corbin Lill steps up to the plate now. Rusty Eck Ford bringing you NBC World Series on KQAM this year. We appreciate their sponsorship. Here's a bouncing ball, one hopper right back to the circle. Nolan Riley will throw to first on an easy one pitch out to Corbin Lill, 2 away.
2 pitches, 2 outs. But Liberal right now just free swinging, seeing, trying to maybe just get through this game right now. If they put the ball in play, see what happens. Taking their free cuts.
Beejays do have some activity down in their bullpen, by the way, as Andrew Brotman, the third baseman, steps in. And can Riley make it a 3-pitch inning? We'll see. Pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Brotman has been on base all 3 times tonight. He was hit by a pitch in the first, reached in the third, and then a fielder's choice he reached on in the 4th inning as he takes a ball 1-1. Team Electric bringing you NBC Baseball on the Big Talker KQAM as well, thanks to their sponsorship of this tournament. Pitch outside for a ball, 2-1.
Quick 2 outs so far in this inning for Riley. Now behind in the count, 2 outs.
Here comes the 2-1 pitch, high and tight for a ball, and it's 3-1.
Boy, he's bringing it 86 mile an hour on that fastball. Just a little high.
Came on in relief in the 3rd inning and still out there now in the
He's done a pretty
6th.
good job.
Riley delivers low, ball 4. And down to first base goes Andrew Brotman.
Got the first pitch strike through 4 straight balls to Brotman.
So that'll bring up Micah Grover, the first baseman. Grover singled and scored back in that busy 3rd inning for 316 Elite when they scored 6 times. He also drove home a run with his single.
Good
Takes
job
a strike,
by
0-1.
Grover there, taking all the way after 4 straight pitches were balls to the previous batter. Grover just standing there taking one, gauging the speed. As you said, Grover's had a pretty good night with the bat. Only 8 total hits, but yet 7 total runs for both teams. 2 errors by Liberal, costly errors. Runner's going to go here, maybe. No, looks like it.
Gets his lead, pitches down low. Good stop by Gavin Johnson. Nolan Riley pitched at Barton County Community College this past season. He appeared in 20 games, 48 2/3 innings. He had a 2-0 record. Walked 13 and struck out 39, so a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio this year. 4.81 was his earned run average. As I mentioned earlier, he's from nearby Augusta, Kansas, just about a 15-mile drive to the east of Wichita. 1 ball and 1 strike as the pitch is down and in.
Just missed the inside corner. Good eye.
2 balls and a strike. He recently wrapped up his freshman year at Barton County.
So has 1 more year there, and will get re-recruited again. Not a tall kid, is he, but has a pretty good fastball. Averages about 87, 88 miles an hour.
Pitch swung on, bounced foul.
Lower level, starting to fill up pretty good down here at the first night of the 84th annual NBC World Series. 2 solid weeks of play, and Steve and I will be here almost every single night bringing the 7 o'clock game.
Nolan Riley also hit for Barton County this past season as the pitch is swung on, bouncing ball to third. Lichty's got it, throws to first in time. A 5-3 put out and the side retired. So a 2-out walk, all that 316 could get in the bottom of the 6th inning. We go to the 7th as it's the 316 Elite 6, Liberal 1 at the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker KQAM.
Really put everything in our name that we do, it would look like this. Professional mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structural, telecommunications, civil, transportation, aviation, water, wastewater, energy, land development, planning, field services, survey, geotechnical, materials testing, inspection, 3D scanning, air and water balance, engineering consultants.
Hey, Steve, don't forget to make that announcement.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And I will text Scott the name of the winner. That way you guys can announce it, because it looks like, for all intents and purposes, this game's probably going to end in this half inning.
At 6-1, you think it's going to end?
Well, who's winning? 316, right?
They play 9 innings.
I thought they played 7.
No.
NBC was 7.
No, it's 9 innings.
Okay. Hot mic. Hot mic.
R.J. Pearson to start the 7th inning for the Liberal Beejays, who trail the 316 Elite 6-1. And Pearson takes the pitch down and in for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. 6 runs on 5 hits for 316 Elite. 1 run, 3 hits for Liberal. 2 errors in the game, both committed by the Beejays. The 1-0 pitch to Pearson. Outside edge.
Wow.
It's a strike 1-1. The strike zone might be opening up a little here in the later
That
innings.
was a little chirpiness over from Liberal. Right now, they haven't gotten that call all night for either team, as that one's fouled off out of play, brings the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes, as I was trying to give Steve a chance to eat his pretzel with mustard all over it. You look like you're ready to throw that as a boomerang. It's been a long night. We've been up since 4:30 this morning. Well, I have. Steve got there about 5 till 6. Another play by Gonzalez.
Ground ball to short, deep short. Gonzalez, strong throw to first in time. What a play. Deep to his right this time. First time we've seen him go that direction. Went down to a knee, then got up and made a very strong throw to first. What a job he's done at short.
I tell you right now, the scouts have to be salivating, either college scouts or pro scouts, because he just showed you the arm going the opposite way, setting up and throwing. Appreciate you getting up doing the show with me today, buddy. It's fun.
Yeah,
old times,
it
right?
It was
old times.
Yeah, just about this time last year.
Yeah, we kicked it off.
Starting it up. Pitch comes inside, and it hits Jonathan Tapia. He'll head down to first base.
75 or 79 mile an hour fastball, but Steve and I will be on the game plan again Monday, starting from 6 to 9 on KGSO, Fox Sports Radio Wichita. 93.9 FM at 1410 AM. So you can also watch us Facebook Live. Now, is this streaming live tonight for the NBC as well?
It is on their YouTube channel.
Now, are they carrying our broadcast in for this?
They are.
That's
They're
outstanding.
carrying our broadcast with video.
With video. Outstanding. Good job. And they can see the plays Gonzalez is making in the field tonight.
Yeah.
Where's that kid from? Do you know, Steve?
Arc City.
Arc City.
Another Arc City one.
Very impressive young man.
Dane Simon at the plate. Just took the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Simon quiet tonight. He's 0 for 3.
I hate to keep harping on the Gonzalez kid, but that's instinctive. You can't teach a lot of that stuff. Do you agree with that? I mean, obviously that's a lot of repetitions in that position, but that's so instinctive of what he does.
Pitch down for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Dane Simon, the left fielder for the Liberal Beejays.
I'll tell you what, if they get 7 innings out of O'Toole, 316's got to be pretty damn happy about that.
They've got more activity down in their bullpen. Swing and a miss for a strike. Of course, all of the teams playing in the first week of the NBC World Series are trying to qualify for championship week. So, again, it's a battle of attrition with your pitching staff. So the longer you can get your starter to go, the more valuable that is for your team later on in the week.
Hutch Monarchs brought 4 new pitchers in. They play tomorrow. Talked to the owner today. They brought in 4 new pitchers just to get through pool play this week. You are allowed to establish and mess around with your roster up to 1 hour to the game. And then your roster is locked in. Learned that from Kevin Jenks, the head of the NBC World Series. Kevin was on the show this morning. I even brought him a breakfast sandwich, didn't we? We had a good breakfast sandwich this morning.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The count to Simon. Runner at first. 1 away. 6-1, 316 Elite with the lead. This one is ripped foul down toward the dugout, the bullpen for the 316 Elite, where there's still a little activity.
Liberals tried 3 or 4 hit and runs tonight, and every time have fouled it off, have not been successful yet. But once again, if they would just do a straight steal, they had that base stolen hands down, no problem.
In the bottom of this inning, we will have our Champs giveaway, Champs Sports Bar. Burger, French fries, and a drink. We'll give it away in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Watch Anthony call in and win it from the other side.
Pitch chopped at the plate, foul. No station employees eligible. So
Let's clear that right now, because Anthony will be calling in on the KGSO from the KGSO side.
Will. Yeah, he's sitting on the other
Yeah,
side. isn't
that's
he?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheater.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you could give it to him, and that would take care of the pizza bet. didn't you?
I doubt it would.
All right. Yeah, good point.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Dane Simon. 0 for 3 on the night,
Oh.
and he's going to strike out for the second time tonight. Big looper right there, and 69-mile-an-hour breaker, and Simon down swinging. 2 away.
Great breaking pitch. Got him in on the hands, and it just broke right at the plate, and Simon, just a defensive swing, had nothing left for it. That's a big out there with 2 outs and runner on first.
So Tom Lichty, the third baseman, is in now with a runner at first and 2 away.
Fisted
And a
him.
little flare out towards second. Playing it on a hop is going to be Pearson. And then he drops it. He was going to the exchange to the throwing hand and mishandled it, and everybody's safe.
That ball had so much backspin on it that it was still rolling when he took it off the hop, and he tried to grab it out of the glove, and it just could not get a grip of it. You know, these are the kind of things that will come back and haunt you as a baseball team. I know it's 6-1, but Liberals one good swing away from getting within a couple runs of this game, and another costly error once again with 2 outs, giving them extra outs in an inning.
Brett Vosick is in, a guy very capable of making one swing to change this thing. Takes a ball outside 1-0, but he is the cleanup hitter for Liberal. He is hitless tonight, 0 for 3, so he's also due. 1 ball and no strikes. Tapia bouncing around out at second. Pitch swung on, bouncing ball the other way through for a base hit. Tapia rounding third. He's going to try and score, and he will. It'll be an RBI base hit for Vosick. In comes Tapia, and it's now a 6-2 ball game.
I would say the pitching change is going to be coming here. O'Toole looks really tired, starting to labor a little bit. As the coach signaled him out, said 1 more batter. So he signaled down to the bullpen to get him ready. They're going to let him, O'Toole, pitch to number 28, Jack Crowell. Must have had a little success with him tonight, huh?
Lichty stopped at second base, by the way. Vosick with the RBI single at first. 6-2 our score. First pitch to Crowell, down low for a ball, 1-0.
Crowell, a right-handed hitter.
1 for 3 on the night. O'Toole through the stretch. And he'll throw home, and this one inside for a ball.
Pretty impressive right there. You know, we've seen it, but here comes the change, I think. He's starting to labor quite a bit.
Yep. And that's going to be Bill Clay out of the dugout, and it looks like that might well do it for Hayden O'Toole, who's been terrific tonight. Think about Hayden O'Toole and what he's done tonight. Just out of high school, facing a perennial power in the Jayhawk League, the Liberal Beejays. And here we are in the 7th inning, and Hayden O'Toole has had his way. He's given up just 4 hits. The score is 6-2, 316Elite. The pitcher that was warming up in the bullpen is ready, but O'Toole will not leave the game yet.
Pretty surprising there.
So he's still there for now, working on Jack Crowell. So 1 ball and no strikes. I thought that the count was 2-0. The scoreboard might be wrong.
I did, yeah. The umpire just figured it out.
Well, I think he was asking them to stop the music.
Oh, okay.
They're playing the music through the PA, but I do believe that we've seen 2 pitches to the hitter, if I'm not mistaken. Crowell is 1 for 3 regardless. He singled and scored back in the 5th inning. Takes his strike here. And indeed, the count is 2 balls and a strike.
Hard inside fastball. We've seen him in the high 70s lately, but that one had 81 miles an hour on it. So a little more adrenaline from O'Toole on that pitch.
Through the stretch goes O'Toole. Nobody holding either runner on. This one swung on, lifted right field, but right at Cox, who barely moves a couple steps to his left and makes the catch. And O'Toole avoids a lot of danger in spite of 1 run scoring. Stretch time at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. The score, the 316Elite 6 and the Liberal Beejays 2. This is the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker KQAM.
Kansas Gas Service delivers natural gas to many of the companies you know, ensuring they have the energy they need to grow and build strong communities, providing cost-effective, safe, and reliable natural gas for a better tomorrow today. Kansas Gas Service.
$15 seconds. 15 seconds.
Blake Brewster.
Or a pre-owned vehicle of your choice, and we'll give you $4,000 guaranteed for your trade. It's Upgrade Your Trade Week here at Midwest Kia. Aren't you a little curious now?
What number's the pitcher?
Hot mic.
Bottom of the 7th inning, 6-1, 6-2 now the score. The 316 Elite over the Liberal Beejays. And it's time to give away some free food. Champs Sports Bar and Grill, one of our sponsors of the NBC coverage this year, is sponsoring our 7th inning giveaway. They're going to give you a hamburger, french fries, and a drink, and they're going to give it away to the first caller now. 721-8255. 721-8255. The first caller will win a free hamburger, french fries, and a drink from Champs Sports Bar and Grill on South Seneca. Go ahead and call. David Mitchell is waiting for your call. The first one wins the prize. David, let me know when we've got a winner. So here we go. Bottom of the 7th inning. Caden Pearson will lead off for the 316 Elite. Pearson's a right-handed batter. And he takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
Game's been moving at a pretty good pace, just now hitting the 2-hour mark. First pitch was at 7:22, so not bad of a pace of a game. 6-2.
Harry Park is the new pitcher, by the way, for Liberal. He's the third pitcher used by the Beejays tonight, and he is out there. Right-handed pitcher, delivers a breaking ball low to Pearson, and the count to Pearson's 2-1. Park is from Frisco, Texas, just north of Dallas. And he's attending Northwest Oklahoma State, where he's a junior. 2 balls and a strike, and the pitch. High, bouncing ball back up the middle. The shortstop, Pearson, makes the play behind the bag, but his throw to first not in time. He was well behind the bag at second base on what would normally be called the cut of the grass, but it's actually still green turf, but you get the idea. A long throw to spin around and throw to first base.
And he used the turf to his advantage, tried to give a one-hopper to the first baseman, and actually picks up speed when he bounces off the turf like that, but good hustle down the first base line.
So Pearson is aboard, leadoff batter on for 316 Elite. Here in the bottom of the first inning, Cameron Cox will step in now, right-handed hitter. And he's showing bunt up the third baseline. Good one. Lichty charging in. Only throw to first. A 5-3 put out on the sacrifice, but Pearson down to second base.
I like the play. Like it. I love small ball in baseball. It's one of those things that has gotten away from baseball. You see a lot of it in major leagues where people just swing away when you need to move runners. The Royals are really bad about that, of not able to move runners over and get them in scoring position. And this is good baseball right here by 316 Elite. Runner in scoring position now, 1 out.
Bryce Nittler is in. It's a 4-run game, so 316 Elite still trying to really put this thing away, but Liberal just within striking distance, you'd think. 4-run game, still 2.5 innings left. Breaking ball into a strike for a strike to Nittler. It's 0-1. But yeah, every extra run 316 Elite can score would be big at this stage. The 0-1 bounces in, and it gets away from Johnson behind the plate, and down to third base is going to go Pearson. That might be a wild pitch because it bounced in, but it hit Johnson right in the chest protector, but unfortunately for him, it deflected off of it back to his left toward the on-deck circle on the third base side. And Pearson trotted down to third base.
If you're listening right now, call in at 721-8255, 721-8255, and you win a prize just for listening tonight to Champs Bar and Grill. Great dinner at Champs Bar and Grill. Call right now, 721-8255, as that pitch went foul to the right side.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Nittler. Runner at third, 1 away, 6-2. 316 Elite's got the lead. The Liberal infield is playing in with a runner at third, being that they're down 4. Pitch swung on, off speed, lifted, center field. Backing up is going to be Allen, and he'll make the catch. And the runner at third is going to tag, and here comes the throw. It'll be up the line and late. It'll be a sacrifice fly, and Pearson scores. It's 7-2, 316 Elite. So the first RBI of the game for Nittler, the 7th run of the game for the 316 Elite, and the first run scored for Caden Pearson, who led off the inning with a single, and his team is up by 5.
Huge run there. Gets it back to a respectable lead.
Colton Richardson now, first pitch swings and fouls this one back out of play. That is the second out of the inning. It empties the bases, but it puts 316 Elite up 5. The 0-1 pitch, line foul, right side. The scoreboard operator here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium is a little slower than what we normally see. They're 2 away in the inning.
Yes, there is.
I noticed when Liberal scored their first run, it wasn't until the next half inning almost started that the run was put up there.
Well, we asked for a lot of volunteer work out here, so you know they're doing what they can in between bites of Buffalo Wild Wings tonight.
Well, it just seems like in years past they were always on them right away. Pitch high and away for a ball, 2-2 to Colton Richardson. Designated hitter and number 9 hitter Richardson is for the 316 Elite. He is singled, flied out, and grounded into a double play. The 2-2, he reaches out and pokes this one down the right field line over the first baseman Paul's head, and that'll be a 2-out base hit.
I gave the scoreboard operator a signal, and we got it right for you, Steve.
There we go.
Nice little piece of hitting, just defensive hitting. Stuck his bat out, like you said, just barely got over the 6'4" reach of the first baseman. For Liberal, number 12, Dylan Paul. Brings up 2 outs. See if we get a little stolen base action here on the move. Big lead at first.
Blake Freeman, the leadoff batter in the order for 316 Elite, is up and taking a fastball strike. 0-1 to him. Freeman is 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Since then, he has struck out and flied out. He was hit by a pitch in the bottom of the 1st inning. 0-1. Freeman slices one the other way. This one could be trouble. Simon giving chase, a long way to run,
Good
and
catch.
he tracks it down right underneath the foul pole in left field. Good running catch by Simon to retire the side, but the 316 Elite does add another in the 7th. We'll go to the 8th. 316 Elite 7, Liberal 2. This is the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker, KQAM.
Hey, it's Andy Hoosier with
This bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
Place, Riverside Cafe. Scott Child's Old Time Clock Shop, 1946 West 13th Street in the...
That's like the greatest song ever.
Do we have a winner, Dave?
Yes, we do. I just text Scott the name. His name is Santiago Lyman. He's watching on YouTube.
I wonder if he lives here.
Yeah, he does. I got his name and phone
nice.
number. I got it. Getting ready to be hot mic, but I got all the info. I'll tell you about it next break.
Nice.
Hot mic.
On to the 8th inning we go. The Liberal Beejays now running out of outs, trailing the 316 Elite team by the score of 7-2. And the 316 Elites brought out a new pitcher. Hunter Frederick is on from Shawnee Heights, Kansas, and the right-hander taking some warm-ups in relief of Hayden O'Toole. And Scott, what a job by O'Toole through 7 innings.
You know, I think if you would have told the manager for 316 Elite that you would have told him O'Toole gave you 7 solid innings and only giving up a couple of runs, probably one of those unearned. He was said, give it to me all day long, and great job by O'Toole.
The 316 Elite, this should not go unmentioned, Scott, led the Jayhawk League in hitting this season.
Wow.
And O'Toole held them to 4 hits.
Pretty good. Pretty impressive. His off-speed stuff was really impressive early tonight, Steve. It really kept Liberal off balance, and I think that was the key to the game.
So here we go, 8th inning. First batter for the Liberal Beejays will step in and take a strike. No balls and 1 strike.
Nice
and a swing and a
curveball.
miss to Clint Allen on a breaking ball.
70-mile-an-hour curveball after throwing an 88-mile-an-hour fastball.
Clint Allen, the batter, 0 for 2. He's also been hit by a pitch. He's flied out and grounded out as well. Takes in tight for a ball, 1-2. Frederick, right-handed pitcher, just 5'11", 165 pounds. Smallish righty, works from the windup, delivers a high breaking ball, and it's 2-2. 7's on the board for the 316 Elite. 7 runs, 7 hits. Pitch swung on and fouled off the fists back to the screen. There's a couple of deuces on the board for Liberal, Scott. Their runs and 2 costly errors in the game as well.
I told the that's. If you had told me this is the outcome of this game early on, I was really. We have a winner.
Pitch high and tight for ball, 3-2.
San Diego Lyman was the winner tonight to the Champs Bar and Grill.
Congratulations, Santiago. Thanks for listening. Stop by the station next week and claim your prize from Champs Sports Bar and Grill. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And down goes Allen for the first out of the inning.
When the stadium gets tore down, I'm going to take a souvenir from I told the mayor I want to get a souvenir. He said we could work that out. Would you like a piece of the stadium of Lawrence Dumont?
That'd be kind of cool.
Be kind of neat,
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The long history of Lawrence Dumont.
Can I take the entire beer gardens down the right field line home?
If you can fix it, fit it in your house.
Dylan Paul, high fly ball, infield. The shortstop Gonzalez right under it. Camps, takes a drink of soda, then makes the catch.
Yeah.
That one was up there for a while, 2
It
away.
was really up there. He took it. Not only took a drink of soda, but he made a long-distance phone call. But I tell you what, he looks so natural at shortstop, it's not even funny. Gonzalez. Very impressive young man.
Made some very nice plays tonight. Here's Gavin Johnson now, the catcher, who is 0 for 3. Left-handed batter. As Frederick delivers a strike, it's 0-1. Of course, these 2 teams will play on Sunday, and we'll get a fresh batch that'll play their first games in the World Series tomorrow. This one is swung on, and high fly ball to right field, but Blake Brewster, who just came into the game an inning ago, is there. He's got it on a deep fly ball in front of the warning track. Brewster makes the catch, and the BJs go in order for the second time tonight. Good job in relief by Frederick. To the bottom of the 8th we go. 316 Elite 7, Liberal 2 at the 84th NBC World Series, brought to you by the Big Talker KQAM.
We pride ourselves on our ability to provide a safe and reliable driving experience to all of our customers. When we say that safety is our top priority, we mean it. That's why every single one of our pre-owned vehicles goes through a 171-point inspection before it ever goes on our lot. And with our Davis Moore 360 guarantee, you can drive forever, worry-free. So let us prove to you that we have the best car care and best customer experience, and why nobody beats a Davis Moore deal. Come by any one of our 5 Davis Moore locations or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
Fifteen seconds.
Oh, we didn't hear any
administrative transaction.
We didn't hear any commercials, so we were wondering if we were in a break.
For you or the buyer.
Sorry, I still had you out of programming where you couldn't hear it.
It's all good.
My bad.
Did anybody call after Santiago?
No.
Oh yeah. At
He
least
was the only one that called, but here we go, hot mic.
I can't stop the nothing I can see
Cade Gonzalez has had a very nice night at shortstop for the 316 Elite. He'll lead off the bottom of the 8th inning with his team leading Liberal 7-2, and he's going to swing and send one to the right side.
That speed,
down
that might be a double.
Down on the turf toward the right field line, and now it gets away from Bosick in right field, and Gonzalez is going to turn at second. He's going to try for third. He'll get there easily on what could be an extra base hit, but also an error in right field.
Kid's done it all tonight, Steve.
Well, Brett Bosick had to chase that one on the turf toward the right field corner, and when he got near underneath the foul pole, he reached down, and already I think Gonzalez, you're right, Scott, was probably thinking second base, but then it deflected off the glove of Bosick all the way underneath the base of the wall, and that certainly allowed Gonzalez to speed, and he was a speedy Gonzalez to third, and that's where he is now, leading off the inning for the 316 Elite.
Now, a fly ball. Anything. Look, the whole infield is in, almost on the edge of the fake grass here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium because no outs, and you cannot give up another run. Already down 5 in the bottom of the 8th.
Corbin Lill takes the first pitch for a ball, swings and misses at a breaking ball, 67 miles an hour there. It's 1-1. So a runner at third, nobody out, bottom of the 8th inning. 316 Elite hoping they don't need much insurance, leading 7-2, but they've got a golden opportunity here with a runner at third and nobody out. The 1-1 pitch, high and inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike to Lill.
You know, Gonzalez really didn't put a big swing on it, just kind of flicked it out to right field, and it really picked up momentum when it hit the turf.
Well, that's the thing about this turf. It really changes the dynamic of this game.
It sure does.
2 balls and a strike through this stretch. The pitch, this one ripped left field, well struck on the line. It's going to one-hop the fence, a ground rule double. It'll be an RBI, and it's 8-2, 316 Elite. Corbin Lill smokes one on a rope to left.
Boy, did that get out of here quick. A one-hopper over the left field wall, just barely missing the foul pole and landed in the trees out there off the hop. As now 316 Elite can smell a victory in the grass. Just playing phenomenal baseball tonight. Great pitching, great timely hitting. That's their 9th hit. 8 runs on 9 hits. Only 1 error in the game for 316. And great defense, especially by the shortstop, Gonzalez.
Andrew Brotman steps in now, takes the first pitch high and had to duck out of the way. 1 ball and no strikes to him. But a 6-run lead now for the Elite. And just when you thought Liberal an inning or two ago, well, they actually scored single runs in each the 6th and 7th. Might be trying to claw their way back in.
They had it within
316 Elite has answered with 2 of their own.
They had it within 6-2, Steve, and had runners on first and second with 1 out, and that was as close as they got.
High fly ball right field, caught by Bosick. Runner though tags and heads to third, and Lill will get there on the fly to right by Brotman. 1 out, but another runner at third base.
1 base at a time. It's been the strategy for 316 Elite with the small ball and the sacrifice flies, moving runners, and it's been very successful for the 316 Elite team tonight. Shocking Liberals so far, now leading 8-2 with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th.
Micah Grover steps in now, right-handed batter. Infield still playing in. Grover takes high and in for a ball, 1-0.
Why is it you don't see the switch like you do so much in Major League Baseball, in amateur baseball? You never see a lot of defensive strategy.
1 ball and no strikes, and this one is popped up on the infield. First baseman coming in, and he's going to make the call on the catch, and that's Paul. And there's 2 away. I think it's because you don't have as many hitters at this level that are dominant pull hitters.
Gotcha.
With the kind of power and pull power that would merit playing the switch.
You know Bryce Harper's going to be a pull hitter all the time. Is that what you're getting at?
At this level, you might have pull hitters, but they don't do it with the power where it justifies putting an extra guy over there. That's my guess. Pitch fouled back and out of play to Caden Pearson. 0-1 after he sees 1 pitch.
Scramble for the foul ball.
You get to keep foul balls at the NBC World Series.
Yeah. Proud gentleman right there holding it up.
Our thanks to Midwest Kia and Davis Liquor, 2 of our great sponsors of NBC World Series coverage this year on the Big Talker KQAM. Pitch bounces ball, and it bounces off the bag and down the left field line. That's going to score Lill from third. Pearson heads to second. He slides, and he's out at second base. The run does score. Just in the nick of time, Lil scored on a bouncing ball to third that hit the bag, deflected on into left field, but it will be an RBI single, and then Pearson retired at second base. 7-4 on the throw at second. But as we go to the bottom of the ninth, Liberal needs a bunch. 316 Elite 9, Liberal 2 at the 84th NBC World Series on the Big Talker KQAM.
Won't you come dream with me now, now? You're chasing down a beautiful dream. Won't you come follow me now, now? Yeah. Won't you come dream with me now, now?
Family Dental practices comfort dentistry, state-of-the-art dental care from bridges, dentures, and dental implants to cleanings and the latest Invisalign technology. Wichita Family Dental, 448-0.
Hey, Stevie.
Yes, sir.
Hey, he's got your post game set up in just one take. It'll be about a 4-minute. He's got it set up 4 minutes after the end of the game, 4 minutes, and then you come to the post game rejoin, and then do it all in one take.
So, can I, as soon as the game's over, take a break, come back and wrap it up and say goodbye?
Yeah, that's what I was meaning.
Okay, that's what we'll do.
Sorry about that.
No worries, brother.
I was just saying he had it set up for just one take instead of like Wingnuts post game. It's 2 segments.
Got you. No worries. Thanks.
All right, here we go. Hot mic.
Top of the ninth inning, the Liberal Beejays need a bunch, trailing the 316 Elite 9-2. And here we go. R.J. Pearson will lead it off for the Beejays. And the second pitch he sees, he lifts high, shallow center field. And it'll be the second baseman Pearson going back, and Caden Pearson makes the catch, and there's one away.
If I'm Todd Butler from Wichita State, I'm parking out in front of Gonzalez's house tonight and seeing if that guy wants to play for me. What do you think about that?
Somebody's going to get a good one.
Yes.
Whoever does, that's for sure. Jonathan Tapia, the second baseman, steps in, with Liberal trailing 7 and down to their final 2 outs here in the top of the ninth inning. Our thanks to Cheney Oaks Golf Course for bringing you NBC action. What a terrific course they've got out to the west of us in Cheney. Stop by and see them, Cheney Oaks.
Great course.
I hear that the atmosphere, the conditions, a lot like a country club.
Yes.
1 ball and no strikes to Jonathan Tapia.
Country club feeling in a small town.
Tapia takes a breaking ball. It's a strike, 1-1. Hunter Frederick still out there, his second inning of work for the 316 Elite. Came on to start the 8th inning, and he's there in the 9th. The 1-1 to Tapia is a fastball on the edge. Actually, that was a breaking ball, 68 miles an hour, 1-2.
Fooled Tapia.
Well, fooled me. I thought he had more velocity.
Tapia not happy, but when you're down 6 runs, the umpire, or 7 runs, the umpire really doesn't care what you think at this point.
You got to swing if it's close. He does here. Hot shot, 1 hopper to short. Guess who? Gonzalez. Strong arm to first, 2 away.
Don't call him Hoover, man. He's sucking up everything tonight. There is nothing getting by that kid. Unbelievable.
Just Right Auto Repair, Shire Graphics. Thanks to them for helping sponsor NBC coverage of this 84th World Series on KQAM. Champs Sports Bar, thanks to them for their sponsorship and for their 7th inning giveaway. Hey, we're going to do that every night during the World Series, during our games. 7th inning, we'll give away a free hamburger, french fries, and drink from Champs. So listen and call in on the 7th inning of each game at our demand, though. Don't just randomly call in. Wait for my signal. 1 ball and no strikes to Dane Simon. He takes outside for a ball. It's 2-0.
Game is 2 hours and 17 minutes right now into play. Pretty good pace for this game.
The 2-0 down and away, and it's 3-0. Faunastock Electric and Plumbing is offering $50 off any service call. Call 943-HEAT. 943-HEAT. Faunastock Plumbing or Electrical. Get $50 off their service call by giving them a call. There's ball 4. And down to first base to Dane Simon.
Very uncharacteristic of the pitcher for 316, who really rushed through those 4 pitches, 4 straight balls, as they'll go out and calm him down now, knowing that he's got 2 outs. Catcher's telling him, just let your defense do the work. Throw strikes and let's get out of here.
But the way this game has gone, assuming something doesn't change drastically, 316 Elite coach Ray Beatty's got to be very excited that he's only used one relief pitcher in this game.
Absolutely.
And got 7 out of his starter.
In pool play, you play 3 games, round robin, and then you play the best out of that. You got a long way to go.
There goes the runner on a pitch out. Throw down to second will be late. A stolen base. That's not going to concern 316 Elite too much, leading by 7 runs with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning.
5 straight balls by 316 Elite now.
1 ball and no strikes to Tom Lichty. Starting third baseman for Liberal, takes high and tight for a ball. So the Beejays will have their back somewhat against the wall now. They'll have to
win out.
Yeah, they've
and score some runs.
Little room for error now as Lichty sends a hot shot up the middle. Gonzalez to his left into shallow center field before he gets to the ball. Can't field it cleanly, but that'll be an RBI base hit. Scoring from second is Simon. It's 9-3. So an RBI for Lichty. He's on at first. That one was a soft slicing line drive that landed behind the bag at second. Gonzalez, the shortstop to his left, got to it in shallow center field, and no chance to get the runner at home or at first base. It's an RBI single. 9-3 our score. 316 Elite's got the lead. Here's Brett Vosick.
Vosick, the fourth hitter, or number 4 hitter, plays right field. Another stolen base. No attempt on the throw, but gets ahead against Vosick with a strike.
So Lichty's at second on probably what will be determined indifference, since there was not even attempted a throw. Nobody covering the bag. Swing and a miss at the plate. DeVosick, and now Liberal is down to their final strike.
Really late on that swing.
Taco Prano bringing you NBC World Series coverage. Stop by and see them on Tuesdays for Taco Tuesday. They're 60 cents. And also ask them about their Money Saver combo.
This is actually Blake Brewster pinch hitting, number 4.
That one close. You can hear the 316 fans. That's right. Brewster came on in the right field a couple of innings ago. This is his first at bat.
Well, that was a pitch before. It was.
Whew. Listen to the 316 fans. Pitch outside, ball 2. As that one was close, runner swipes third base now. And now Brewster still alive, 2-2. We'll listen to 316 fans again, sensing the final pitch of the game. Here it is, swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's the ball game. The home crowd is happy as the 316 Elite have knocked off the Liberal Beejays. And how about that, Scott? 9-3 is our final. And a group of kids either recently graduated from high school or finishing the 11th grade has just knocked off a very hot team normally in this tournament.
What a great way to start their experience at the 84th annual NBC World Series. A team that wasn't expected to do much. You allude to last year, got off to a shaky start in the tournament, got better as the tournament went on in the 83rd annual, but now shocks Liberal and wins in pool play, and will carry that momentum on into Sunday.
9-3 our final. We'll be back with the final wrap right after this.